I got these old man goggles. To protect my eyes. Yo, what's up? How's everybody doing? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a Wednesday. Where we're watching undercard fights of fighters who are fighting in Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Friday, of course, we'll be at Kick. 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. Watching main card fights of fighters fighting. Then, of course, we'll have a watch-along. You know what I mean? Yo, what up, Treebeard? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? 57 months. Phew, whatever. That's crazy talk. Good Lord, 57 months. Damn. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, we got fights. Let's dive in. I mean, shall we? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing all right. Haley Cowan, she is fighting against Cornolle. The Cornolle. I know this one. All right, one sec. We're going to paste. Okay, Claudia. All right, anyway, you know what I'm saying? Mariano Ortega, how you doing? You good? Aaron Dunich, you know what I'm saying? Won't put out the door. You liking the fight card? Yeah, I'm in. What about Bob TTV? With the 3 months, much love and appreciation, Bob TY. Well done with catch-up with the 18 months. Yeah, appreciate you. All subs on the Twitch side. Go to Sport Media Snoop TY. And make sure everybody goes over and likes and subscribes to the UFC Fight Pass YouTube if you have not. All right, let me see. Let's get one in. We'll get one in, and then we'll wrap some more.
5 years separate the two. Cowan is 5 years older, 5 inches taller, and has a significant reach advantage as well. Basically a pick'em here. Very close. Our referee for our second fight of the night, Mark Smith.
Claudia, ready? Haley, ready?
K-Sari.
And here we go. Leite in the blue, Cowan in the red.
And other than a size advantage for Cowan, they move very similarly
how you doing,
on
Mega?
the feet.
You
I
good?
mean, look at the stances, almost identical.
Good for nothing.
Certainly on that highlight reel, we saw fast hands from Cowan. Of course, hitting pads is one thing.
I'm going to hit all
but
these
she did look
shares real
impressive on
quick.
them, and she's looked impressive in her fights.
Sharing
but I do think
is
the grappling
caring.
advantage goes to Leite.
Yeah, both do have a very similar style, and both of them early in their fights, as we're seeing now, like to kind of find the range, find the distance, primarily with leg kicks.
UFC Fight Pass
Although there we see a
Facebook.
fastball from Leite.
And an inside leg kick lands for Leite as well. One would think that her goal would be to get this fight to the ground, considering the fact that both of Haley Cowan's losses have been by submission.
You know, it's an interesting part of her game
kick,
because
but we
while
caught
Cowan
it. We're
has
going
been
to try to
submitted
trip
twice,
it. Step.
we watch her on the ground. She's not lost
nice
there.
balance.
And you know, moments like that where you can see
Must be a gymnast.
the body mechanics, right, of being an acrobat and a tumbler. Her balance is phenomenal. Her body awareness is phenomenal. And when I talk to some of the people that, you know, at Extreme Couture, where she's cross-trained a little bit, they said to a person, she is the strongest woman I have ever trained with. And you can see that, you know, in the way that she's able to manhandle girls in her fights.
Well, gymnasts are incredibly
I'm
strong.
working on.
Simple as that. I mean, I've seen them on those
Sharing
rings and
is
stuff
caring,
like that,
you know
the
what I mean?
parallel bars. Very strong.
She doesn't have the body of a gymnast. It's almost like she grew out of it, right, as a young teenager. She's 5'8".
Exactly.
They're tiny. She is so powerful.
And I tell you what, so far Cowan's doing a good job of stopping the takedowns, because in the fights that I've seen of Leite, she does a very good job taking her opponents down and controlling them, like I said, on the walk. And clearly that's the game plan. And Cowan's keeping it on the feet, landed a nice elbow and the knee right there.
Where is it?
See the
And
blood?
she's opened up the cup. Sorry, Dan.
No,
We
you
got
saw the same
cuts.
thing at the same time. Just right above the right eye there on Leite.
That's the danger of the elbows. Bone on skin. You know, when the two bony areas, the skin in between is going to cut.
Look at this jockeying for position here, and Cowan wins it, but Leite, not a stranger to this fence grappling, but this really is Cowan's bread and butter when you watch her fight. She
UFC
likes to
Fight
put girls
Pass.
up
I'm trying to
against the
get
fence,
UFC Fight Pass
wear
real
on them,
quick.
grind on them, find the moments to land the
All right.
elbows and the
Gotta turn
knees,
this
and
down.
really use that physicality that she has.
And one of the reasons why that cut has opened up so much, because it's right on the eye socket, and you can see that it's bothering
there's
Leite. The
people-
blood's going right into
man,
that right-sided eye. That's causing her vision problems. Very, very well placed by Cowan.
Yeah, that's a rough spot to have a cut.
Yep. Right at the side, going straight into the eyeball. That's bothering her big time. It's incredibly hard fighting with one eye.
I wouldn't know.
Now
I would not know.
But
There we
Cowan
go.
here,
Now I
getting off to a
found
great start.
that.
I've seen this in a lot of her fights. She does like this position, pushes up against the fence, holds them there, does a lot of damage. Leite still trying for that takedown.
There we go. I got you. I got you.
Hit
Give
a
me
trip.
some- Yo, UFC Mod 2.
Yeah, Leite needs to
pay-per-view,
continue to look
weeks
to
10
dig
to
these
not undercard
underhooks and
preview as
frame
well.
off. I mean, if you can create space, land some offense of
Well,
your
I
own, whether it's knees or
I
elbows,
appreciate
but
this. I'm sharing.
holding this whizzer here is really just going to keep Haley Cowan where she wants to be, because I don't know that Cowan necessarily wants the takedown, right? This is sometimes a position that is a means, or excuse me, an end in and of itself for her.
Stop it.
They're going to bring the doctor in,
Yeah.
I think.
Are we bringing?
Yeah,
Are we
that
going
cut is
doctor?
nasty.
Lord.
We're going
It is a
doctor right off the
terrible
bat.
position.
All right, I'm in. All right, everybody. UFC Fight Pass Facebook.
And let's take a look at the elbow that did it here. That's
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'll keep
What's that? Cowan is the sleeper play of the night. Yeah.
yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
listen, you haven't come
Oh.
all this way to let a little cut.
Oh, look
stop
at this.
you and take away
Y'all
your
don't
hopes
want
and
to just
dreams.
hit like.
Time in.
You don't just hit the towel at all. Like, don't just give her a little spritz. Pss, pss.
Fight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this. Like, you don't just a little bit. Not like, don't wipe it off at all. I mean, huh? Yo.
Just over a minute to go
all right,
here
well,
in the
here's the
first
thing.
round.
Little
Padilla
boofer.
Leite had that cut opened up early.
I'm a big fan of Diego Lopez. Love him.
You know,
But
Haley Cowan had
But-
23 weeks to get ready for
Volkanovski's
this.
my
Found out
watch
very
along
early
brother.
she'd
So
be
that's
fighting on Contender Series.
Volkanovski.
Almost
That's my watch
6
along.
months.
You
That's
know what I mean? So I'm
quite some
going
time.
with Volkanovski
Yeah,
just on
23
personal.
weeks. And Cowan's
Personal.
looking good here, but you know what? You know, it was no fault of
Twitch
her own.
exclusive stream?
Well, she
No,
made it happen.
we are
The
on
cut,
UFC
the elbow
Fight
to
Pass
the eye.
YouTube,
But
UFC
when the
Fight
referee
Pass
stepped in and brought the
Facebook,
doctor in,
and
she lost
Twitch.
position.
Yeah.
They started them out in the open. Now Cowan's landing good shots here. She's smiling. She's in control. But still, you know, she lost position.
I'd love to see Cowan use that jab a little bit
She
more.
needs to
Being a
catch it for
southpaw
letter.
and
She
fighting
ain't
someone
throwing
who
that on
hasn't
attack.
had a chance
I'm
to face a
telling
lot
you.
of southpaws.
But
You have
you
so
think
many
the doctor
advantages
would
with those
just
big
give the
weapons
face a little
to
wipe,
occupy
just a
the,
little
the jab
wipe, you
end
know
of
what
your
I mean?
opponent.
You know what I
and
mean?
then land the
Baby
power.
Sharp MMA. How you
And
doing, by
generally,
the
to
way?
your
What's
point,
up, Baby Sharp?
Michael, you're talking about that.
Oi,
They're supposed to be
kid.
given the choice if they want to start from the same position. I don't know if that
Dance
happened
Lass,
here.
how are you?
Hey,
How
listen,
are
Mark
you?
Smith's a fantastic referee. You know, sometimes people make mistakes. You know, simple as that.
Go outside. Haley.
Another action-packed first
Yeah,
round
and
in the
then
books.
my guess is I can.
Garota, olha só. Senta aí.
Listen, girl,
Senta aí e
sit
respira.
down and breathe.
We have to wait.
Come on,
Tá bom?
just recover, all right?
BMAC.
Tá bom?
All right?
Água.
And what was the other
Water.
one
Agora é o
again?
seguinte, Cláudia.
Now, listen, Claudia.
Ela tá fazendo aquela
Look,
lutinha
she's
enrolando. Ela não
she's
quer
she's
lutar,
just
não quer
stalling.
sair na porrada.
She doesn't want to
Então,
box.
make
She doesn't
sure.
want to
você
fight.
tá
She's
com
just stalling.
problema em encurtar.
She's just
Você tá
surrounding
querendo
you.
encurtar
You
sua mão,
can't
não tá
just you
chegando
can't
nela.
get the
Aquela
distance.
Mason,
You need to
right?
just shorten the distance. You saw
What's
that
his
when you
last
started
name?
the calf kicks, it started working.
It is fellas. See,
Continues.
I grew up with
Keeps
some
turning
with
around.
Chad.
She felt when you
Chad
felt her on the
Fowler.
bottom.
That's why
Okay.
I'm like, all right.
Let's-
Mason
let's try
Fowler.
it.
We got Mason Fowler, BMAC Adocious.
I mean, there's that
For
elbow
Saturday.
again. Just a short little shot.
FD,
Doesn't
what
need
up,
much.
FD?
I'm telling you, the elbow on the bone.
So,
the
BMAC
skin's just gonna
and,
turn to pieces,
Mason
and it's gonna
Fowler.
bleed right into the eye.
Guess this is. The Ige, yeah, Ige, man.
One good shot. That cup.
Cain Velasquez has
Right
been
back up.
transferred to Wasco State
coming
Prison
out
and will be eligible for
Yeah.
parole
Unlike
March
Leite entering the pocket
2026.
that way,
And we'll
mixing
just
up
get
the
that a little
target, she's
earlier,
gonna
but
fight ahead,
you know,
mixed up to the body.
I mean, she can clearly fight when you see the way she moves, the way she
Oh.
moves, shot.
The body.
watch how
I mean,
she look at this
clearly
knee
fight
though.
When you see the way she
The idea I mean, obviously aimed it a little better, but that was quick instinct. Boom, pow.
Moved away from those shots. And the other fights that I've seen, the takedown attempts, and that was nice.
It was gorgeous.
Came out with a sense of urgency. The hands were fast, they were short, and hit the takedown. Straight into side control as well.
Mitch Reposa and Sumu Dargy, huh?
And this is where that athleticism and physicality for Cowan can come.
Michael Olajayshuk, Sadriqu Dumas, Sadriqu, huh?
Like that,
then you got Julian Arosa and Darren Elkins. You got Chase Hooper and Jim Miller. You got Bernard Johnova and Yan Xiaonan. Are you shitting me? Then you got Sean Woodson and Dan Ige. We're going to be watching all of them. But, huh? Wait, what? You know what I'm saying?
You do this again, Michael?
Just like last week.
Jim Miller, Chase Hooper, Darren Elkins, Julian Arosa, Sadriqu Dumas.
Ever.
She's got to be careful, though. And one thing I did see when I was doing research for Cowan, she was susceptible.
And Michael Olajayshuk, Sumu Dargy, Mitch Reposa, Trayshawn Gore, and Marco Tulio.
Obviously, we're all a work in progress when you're all starting, when you're trying to get to the UFC. So I'm sure she's improved that area. But Cowan should take this opportunity right now to get back to.
Is this her first fight, or how many fights has she had since this one?
She's going to get clipped off her back.
Well, she ate a big one there by Leite. The UFC is back in Salt Lake City. Pound for pound, King Kamaru Usman looks to defend his welterweight throne once more against a man who is unbeaten in his last 10. Leon Rocky Edwards, something's got to give at UFC 278 this Saturday, live and exclusively on ESPN Plus pay-per-view.
Yeah, Cowan making a mistake there. Very eager to get back to her feet, but gave up the back.
Oh, give up the back.
Locking this in.
I don't know that she's under it yet, but
no, she's not. No, she's got the seatbelt grip. And she's doing the right thing because she's got just under 3 minutes. So there's no need to rush and make any rash moves. You know, you want to get
teaching a workshop over seas and been in Denver and at the PI in the last 2 years for training. Oh, damn. What's up, Nemi Murders? How you doing?
Leite wants to either flatten her out by extending her legs or roll her to the side and then pull her on top of her. But as you said, Laura, she's got to be careful. She could fall off the top.
Yeah, Cowan needs to address those hooks.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. That one leg, extending the leg out like that and then bringing it in. You can clear the hook. It's very hard to do, though, but that is one way of doing it. It just depends whether or not the person with the hook is aware that you're doing that.
Yeah, Leite wise to it so far. And there's the string.
I'm just going to stand up real quick. Why not? I was going to hit a lunge and then stand up real quick.
You too?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you.
Why not?
Well, let's stay, Cowan staying very nice and calm here, doing the right thing. You've got to be composed in these situations. You cannot panic. She's got wrist control.
E equals 1, Y equals, huh?
Nicely done by Leite, though.
What?
Second time she's almost been to her feet. Leite
Huh,
won't
Cal?
let her get there.
Throw some pocket sand. Need some pocket sand. Oh, up too high.
She's missing one of them.
Up too high.
When you don't have that second hook, you're not
Stack.
able to stay completely square to the back.
That was really nice control by Leite. Going to get on top.
Oh, but look at that chin up with all that and the arm triangle. What?
Past the guard, put to side control. Going to slide that leg through. Oh no, she goes to mount. Very nice.
Yo, Festios.
Now going to step up to the side.
Yeah, what up, Festios? How you do? How you do, Festios?
This looks deep.
Look at that arm triangle, though.
It is
huh?
It's kind of on the side. She might be okay here. You can see her squirming and going red. 37 seconds. She's thinking about it. That's good, though. Being honest, there it is. She's out. That was close.
And again, the only 2 losses in Cowan's career have been by submission. This is where she's most susceptible.
Well, damn. She definitely couldn't have won round 2, yeah?
That's not a bad idea, though, for Cowan. Throw those elbows. Give her something to think about. Force her to move her head away from her, and then she can get up.
Trying to get some work done off the back as round 2 comes to a close, and what a round it was for Leite.
Sit. Good.
They screaming though.
Three breaths, okay? Draw.
3 breaths.
Breathe. Hey, I need you to stay sharp. There's 1-1 going in this. I need to go win the fight, okay? You can't get tall. You can't throw lazy kicks. You need to get down on your boxing. Get
Patty
low,
Pimlet
okay?
goes
Your
off.
knees are good, okay?
On
But I need you
Armand
to focus,
Sarukian,
all right?
he's just a
Don't
little
play
posh
that-
boy
that
who's
grab
had
and
everything
shit like
handed
that.
to him.
Vai ficar perdido. Tá 1-1.
He's a little.
It's 1-1. All
What?
right? This is-
Armand responds.
this is your hard
Says
shot.
the guy who
You
got
gotta
the
leave
easiest
everything
path
out.
to the
Everything you
top
don't
in
have.
UFC just because he's got a funny
I want your
accent
right hand get
and
to her.
budget Beatles
And you're gonna
haircut.
knock her down.
I dare you
Right?
to call me out if you win,
Get to her,
and we will
stabilize.
see
Just
who
don't-
will
don't-
shit
don't-
their
your eyes
pants
don't get too big, okay?
in the
Get-
octagon
get
when we
position.
meet, clown.
UFC Fight Pass
Oh,
presents the all-new original comedy series,
let
The
it happen.
Nosebleeds, featuring identical twins,
The
Randy
Nosebleeds.
and Jason Sklar.
Speaking of, where are they
Comedians bring their
now?
Brilliant blend of fun and appreciation for the history of combat sports. Watch the series premiere free on YouTube after the fights and all of season 1 on UFC Fight Pass.
All right, ladies, third round, fight.
Both coaches agreed. It is tied at 1-1.
All
so
right,
it will
all
all
right.
be decided here in the third round. Round 1 goes to Cowan. Round 2 to Leite.
There we go. Fine, I'm with that. Cowan and Leite.
Attend any judging seminars to know that one. Pretty clean cut.
Good side kick.
Sidekick.
Ooh, try to throw another side kick with a
A
backhand.
little bit here, really start throwing the hands, but at the same time, watch for the level chains. The level
I like
changes
that.
of
I
Leite.
like that.
She cannot allow
At
this
some
fight
point-
to go back to the ground.
And that's exactly what Cowan's coach and fiance Jack Brennan said. Let's keep this on the feet.
That left high kick is there for Cowan.
Oh, there you go. Plumb the head. Why not? Oh, with the nice toss. That's a good little toss, though.
But there's a knee.
Look, throw it.
There's a takedown attempt
Boom!
to a whizzer kick. Nicely done for Cowan.
And this is a great spot for Cowan to be in top half guard. I mean,
Hip toss is good. Hip
in the
toss
film
is
guard,
good.
I mean,
You gotta
she
be
does have a
basic.
very impressive top game if she can keep Leite from rebuilding here.
We saw that elbow landed earlier that opened up the cut on Leite's head. Perhaps she'll go to work here.
Oh, the shoulder strike.
Oh, we got shoulder strikes.
Shoulder
He
strike.
invented those. Did you
We
know
got-
that?
Yeah, apparently so.
Keep your hips down. Keep your hips down. Smash. No, smash.
Still working it from half guard.
But Cowan does have to be careful here. I think from round 2, it showed that Leite is, with respect, probably the better ground fighter. Little mistake here.
Good elbow.
Leite could get on top, and that puts her back in the driver's seat. This is nice work. Chipping away with those elbows. That's going to do damage. Trying to set up a key lock by the looks of it, potentially. But she's in
Yeah,
half guard.
worked
She's
on getting it,
really
yeah,
got
100.
with that.
Wait till Cornolle, if it's who I
Yeah,
think it
Cowan's
is.
doing a nice
What?
job landing some,
Jen,
some shots
it's fair
here,
to
though.
say
Leite
that
has the arm tied up, but
Peak Connor
she's
was one of
working
the
from
best
this
strikers
position.
ever. Oh, yeah.
Leite really shoved in
Yeah,
this
clearly
corner
Dustin Poirier
of the
became a
octagon
much
here, so
better
they have a very
version
hard
of
time getting
himself
their hips out
early
and
on.
rebuilding, so
But if Connor
if Cowan can stay, I mean,
never
this is a spot
chases
where
the
she can
bag,
get a lot of work done.
money,
Trying to keep her up
goes to
against the
boxing,
fence, landing
starts
couple
a
of shots.
business,
Yeah, there it is.
loses that hunger he had.
With the right
Does
arm.
Dustin ever beat him, in your opinion?
They're saying do it again.
I don't think they'll ever fight
And
again. I mean, he
Exactly.
beats him,
Connor's
but
saying the
I
right
don't think
thing.
they'll ever fight again.
She's going to pull it out. But
You
block
know?
it, get a shot. Block it, get a shot. Just keep doing it.
Hey, you're halfway right now. Keep putting on the grind. Let's put a stamp on this. Mount position.
Unless they bare knuckle.
And she's slowly working to mount position as well. And I think she's pretty much there.
And this is such a
Oh, I'm
tough
saying
spot for
Pete
Leite
Connor,
because normally she
had
would
he
try
had he
to
never
get her
left the
hips
game,
out.
I don't know.
The
That's
fence
one
is in
thing.
the
It's
way,
hard
and doing that
because
now, she has
Dustin's a
given up her
grinder.
back.
Dustin
In
Dustin
trying to
can
get up,
fight.
She's given Cowan this
And
position here.
I don't know.
That strength is gonna be
Connor
on
never
display in a
really
second.
the ground game. The ground game and stuff like that. Just too many holes. But he did have great striking and he did have a good, powerful left hand. But there were still holes, And I think Dustin would 100% exploit that on the ground.
So where's
Unless he became a takedown, unless he became like a sprawling brawl.
Leite was trying to do a second ago, which is to shrimp out, but it's so hard to do. But look how strong she is to just basically do a sit-up with the weight of Leite on her. If she can continue to find space, push the hips off, get some sort of
Imagine
butterfly
getting
hook or get her
stripped
hips
of your
out,
title
begin to-
twice without
You almost have to
defending
sometimes give
either
up your
one.
back to be able to rebuild, but you have to get up quickly as you do it.
All he wanted to do was win him.
What she needs to do is try and read
What happened
guard,
after?
which is what
Yeah.
she's trying to do here. Get
I want
that
him.
right leg wrapped around her opponent. But the reality is, you know, the clock is ticking down. She's got 60.
He just can't say, I'm still the proverbial champ because I never lost the belt. At least at lightweight, he can't say that.
He's clearly in control.
I mean, he does, but he can't say that.
Won the first round. Leite won the second.
And Leite, though, has to try to do some damage here, right? In this final minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
In control of the first half of this round. And
well, she's got a very dominant position here. She could take a submission here. She could take a Kimura.
Well, that'd be fun. He says a lot of things. I know.
But for me personally, I'm trying to step over, get mount position, and rain down some elbows.
Yeah, or even where she is right
Look
now.
at this north-south position. This is kind of a bad spot.
If it's what you can accomplish in that position, grind those elbows in, see if you can get a cut of your own.
Well, let's not forget, sometimes
Haley, you can't finish like this. You better roll over. You better roll through.
Leite has been in control the last minute 45, last 2 minutes of this third and final round. Landing some hammer fists there as Cowan trying desperately to get to it.
Well, isn't Conor before Khabib? The calibrator isn't Conor before Khabib by that rationale. Does that make Khabib the undisputed lightweight champion since nobody beat him? But yeah, but then you go back to the argument that, but then Conor be like, I never lost the belt. So that would make me still the champ.
Kind of reverse the fortunes here in the round, Bisping.
Yeah, so it all comes down to who did the most damage in the third round, because as we see here, I think this was the opening round and landed the elbow, did some damage, got it controlled. Round two, Leite turned the table.
There you go, Leite.
On top of Cowan, took the back, got mount position, threatened with submissions, clearly had a great comeback round. Round three, started off with Cowan, she got top position.
Started off with Cowan, but then she got beat.
Said, and then the last
with a good throw, but then you got north-south.
So, it's a very,
I'm a little shocked.
Close one. I mean, if you go by numbers, 3 minutes to 2 minutes in the third round, I guess that's Cowan. But who made better use of their position? Who caused the most damage?
I wouldn't say that he necessarily got stripped. He just didn't defend. We'll see UFC Mod 2, huh? How would Prime Jens do in today's lightweight division? I'd be tiny. I was 158 pounds. I'd be tiny. Small. I'd be Frankie Edgar-ish. You know what I'm saying? Frankie Edgar-ish. At least got to go 45 or something, you know?
What Yanni's
I would probably be 35
right
if it came down to it. But see, the reason why, the whole baiting, the caliber, I think to be undisputed, you need to defend the title at least once. Not true. And Khabib defended multiple times. But see, here's the thing. The whole thing is, I never lost the belt. So they, like I said, they can't say that. They don't get to say that I got stripped of my title. I never lost the belt, ever. It was a contract dispute. That was it. Nobody beat me. I defended it twice. I beat BJ Penn. I beat them all. I beat everybody in front of me. I am still, if you go by that rationale, I'm still the champion. So that's why nobody can say that, because it's mine. See what I'm saying?
Just sweating after all the great insight that he provides, but always picking a side. Little sprinkle here and there.
Man, Baby Sharp MMA, that's the one thing that it's man, I don't really want it. It's getting weird. I'd have to ask UFC Mod 2. I kind of want to reach out to him. I'm curious, because now, like with his brother, the way he was dissecting the pictures, I'm like, man, BJ, is he clowning? He's got to just be playing, right? I think he's playing, or is he not? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but he's definitely putting people in the, he's definitely putting, you know, he definitely has people weirded out. You know what I mean? He definitely has people weirded out. Big Onk, how you doing? Seems a whole lot like not playing AK. He's not clowning. No, this is the thing. I know he's not clowning because he and I have had conversations about masks and stuff like that. I mean, in depth. He's in. But I just didn't know about his own family. I don't know. That part is just, that's wild to me. You know what I mean? That's wild to me. I don't, but I don't feel right talking about. I'd rather ask him and talk to him than anything. Just kind of find out what he's thinking. You know what I'm saying?
The right side. That's what matters most.
In favor of Young's late right to our Octagon announcer, Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision.
Strike Insight News. What?
Judge Bell scores about 29-28, Cowan. Judge Bird scores about 29-28, Leite. Judge Camillo scores about 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Haley Cowan.
And there you go. So now her opponent. So we haven't seen her. We haven't witnessed a fight from her in a minute. What, FD, on the Tim Welsh pod with Joe Riggs, they had a guest that came on and said, oh, I'm not even going to repeat that because I don't want to. Is that real? Dang. I don't. Man, I feel for him. I feel for him, though, you know. I don't even know what to do. Because I know, like, I'll just get an answering machine. He never returns. Like, he and I will talk at the most odd hours. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Hopefully he's all right. Cornolle. Wait till you see. Look at this. Look at this.
And 2.5 pounds.
Look at Cornolle. 34 years old, 5'7", 138.
For Cornolle. As a result,
Cornolle.
there are no fines. Mullins will bring a 1-inch reach advantage. For the first time tonight, let's hear the liquid tones of Joe Martinez.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from the UFC Apex here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome
Live
to
broadcast.
UFC
It would
Fight
publicize
Night.
the events even
Allen
more.
versus
Not all of
Curtis
them,
II.
but some
And
specific
our fight
ones
fans, we
to
are set
promote
go
the
3
bigger
rounds
events,
to
for
schedule
example.
in the UFC
I hear you.
Bantamweight division.
I hear you.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner.
What can we do for you?
Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in officially 138 1/2 pounds. In 8 fights, her record stands at 7 victories with 1 defeat. Fighting out of Épinay-sur-Seine, France. Here is Nora Cornolle.
Stop it, Baby Sharp. What? Cornolle won silver at 2023 World Games in Muay Thai. Are you shitting me? Oh!
And across the octagon, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. This mixed martial artist.
If you both miss weight, how does that work?
She weighed officially.
You know what? 2 shots in every can. Let's ask that question real quick. I like this question. How does a purse penalty work if both fighters miss weight? Do they both have to pay the promotion? I don't know. Sergio Velasco, what's up, Jiz? Miss you on Fridays, bro. What are you talking about? Kick.com/UFC. That's where you can find me. Boom. Kick exclusive Mondays and Fridays. I actually have no idea. I guess call it even. Like, maybe we call it even. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we call it even. My bad, 2022 for Cornolle. Okay.
138 pounds, and in 6 fights, stands perfect with 6 victories and no defeats.
2 shots in every can, though.
Coventry, England, here is the undefeated.
So what is it that we can do for, like, I don't know. What do we do? Like, with Strike Site News. What is it we can do?
Octagon official for our opening bout, Chris Tognoni. We are all set for a maximum.
Holy shit. Jack News. Money should go to the ref.
3 5-minute rounds of action here.
Yeah, the money should go to the ref. Why not?
No mess Mullins.
Yeah, they just make it a catch weight.
Ready, here we go. Both ladies with a win in the UFC Octagon already. One will march forward, one will have to take a step back.
With that right hand. What?
Yes, some nice strikes already.
Damn, she got cracked with a jab, but threw a jab. Look at this thing.
Yes, some nice strikes already.
All right, Mullins.
So this is kind of a clash of styles. Cornolle, very, very good kickboxer. Nice striking on the feet. Decent defense on the ground, but still some work to do in that regard. Mullins
Triple H, what up, Custom Knives? How you do? How you do?
Controller, beat her up with elbows. And that's essentially, Paul, what she did in her UFC debut.
Yeah, but she's got to try to get past the good striking of Cornolle So she's going to try to
I
engage.
kind of like to
early.
pay the ref
Yeah,
bit.
we wanna have this
It goes to the
stand-up
referee.
fight.
Tonight. Oh, wait. Oh.
That jab.
All right, we got jabs.
Combination there from Cornolle, who's testing Mullins. Mullins, a very resilient fighter. We saw that in her UFC debut.
Do we have? Does anybody have the odds on this one? We'll have to look. I don't know. For Cornolle and Haley.
The welterweight champ, Leon Rocky Edwards at Renegade MMA in Birmingham. And speaking of this scenario here against the fence, she said on Mondays and Thursdays, they do 90 minutes of wall drills. Being defensive, but also
Plus
being
140, plus
offensive.
160 on Cowan, if I remember correctly. Look at Baby Sharp. Gangster.
So far has passed the test.
Gangster.
Yeah, that was good. That's a big feather in the cap.
Watch your balance. Watch your balance.
She see Mullins is working hard.
All right, so
All
pretty
that
close.
Time spent on the wall, really drilling.
Back
those
sack
things.
and
That's gonna
crack.
be
What up, brother? How you do?
A little bit disappointing. I can tell she was very close to getting that fight to the ground.
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
Strongly.
And if you could give belts for wall work, Leon Edwards would have a black belt, probably a couple of degrees on it as well. So you know she's very well versed in these ranges with the camp there, working very closely with Fabian Edwards, Leon's brother.
All right, do this
I
fight
thought it
real
was
quick. Grab me one
interesting, though,
second.
guys, I asked her in the fighter meetings, are you working your strikes into these clinch scenarios along the wall, or are you just looking for your wrestling? And she was straight up like, no, we don't really go over elbowing from there, dirty boxing from there, and then going back into the shot. So you see here already, these are opportunities. Nice job, though.
But
She could have done damage first.
Stuck with it, and this is exactly where she wants her. To quote her, she said that she has a, I won't say the word, but she meant garbage ground game.
Well, that against the IBJJF no-gi world champion in 2023, Melissa Mullins didn't even concede a point on her way to double gold. So she is very well versed. I know it's obviously MMA grappling we're watching here, but all the same, decorated when it comes to the grappling exchanges.
And I like that she's stacking that leg, right? She could easily just slide her leg out past completely. There she goes. Now she's going to go right over to mount. Good job for Cornolle to at least keep that half guard. She's got to try to hold that. But it's pretty loose and great pressure from Mullins on top right now.
And the thing that I like about Mullins in this situation is she's nasty. She really goes for it. In her debut against Irina Alexeyeva, she put quite the beating on her. She's constantly looking for the finish. Big elbows, thudding punches, and of course looking for the subs as well.
She actually took to the socials to say she was going to send Cornolle sweet dreams via submission, or will Picasso her face.
Nice reversal there for Cornolle. Not exactly the most technical of things, but she made it work, and she did that in her debut.
I was just going to say,
right?
she did the exact same thing against Jocelyn Edwards.
Shows how strong she is, Michael.
Yep. But also taking advantage when she knows her opponent is kind of off balance. Because you've got to be educated when you kind of hip thrust and kind of, you know, roll, if you will. But look at this.
Mullins is tough, man.
Later today on ESPN Plus, riding the momentum of a 6-fight win streak and looming as a future title threat, Brendan Allen comes ready for revenge against the last man to defeat him, the action man, Chris Curtis. The main card is yours at 6 Eastern on ESPN Plus. So a small win there for Cornolle to get back vertical.
Yeah, big time. And I like that she is trying to find every opportunity she can in these clinch exchanges to land some elbows, little poking knees to the body. She's got a good frame here. Mullins has got to try to get underneath of that, try to get her chin underneath the chin of Cornolle. Nice knees.
And you hear the corner of
Cornolle. Yep.
You know, making that noise, trying to accentuate it to the judges. That is the reason why the
We'll watch on Friday.
Hey,
We'll get some two Volk fights.
Yeah,
two Volk fights.
Hey, wink, wink.
On Friday.
Guys.
7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC.
Last few seconds.
We'll watch main card fights of fighters fighting and Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Saturday, we have a watch-along.
Beautiful, quite beautiful. Just let your base get away from you there. That's all.
Friday will be.
She usually needs to set these takedowns, yeah? Okay. Every time we
She
get
breathing though a little
knees,
bit.
okay?
She breathing
Every
a
time we
little
back up,
bit.
use the knees to set
Rob
the
Bass,
takedown.
what's up? What's up, Rob Bass?
Yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mason Fowler, B-Mac. Well, we got B-Mac in here. Yeah.
Against the cage.
Oh, I can't wait.
Perfect, okay? If we just use these knees to set the takedown, he'll come. Yep. Same again, okay? That's a good round, okay? Okay. Right, you good?
Nightmare Obscure. How you doing, Nightmare? Hope you're well. Let's give a quick shout out to UFC Fight Pass Facebook. UFC Fight Pass Facebook, UFC Fight Pass
in the world takes
YouTube.
UFC Fight Pass Invitational 7 on May 15th, live from the UFC Apex and exclusively streaming on UFC Fight Pass. Follow the UFC Fight Pass socials for bouts announcements. Straight to work is Melissa Mullins, forcing the pace.
And, you know, in between rounds, I thought her corner gave her a really useful piece of advice.
What is
that
this?
when Cornolle is landing these knees in the clinch along the fence, they said that the opportunity for the
What
takedown
is this?
there
You know what I mean?
afterwards. You know how that is, Michael. I've gotten taken down so many times in fights and training, I want to kill you with this knee. As soon as you put that foot down, that's a great time to explode into your opponent and get that takedown.
All right. Push up against the fence and start ripping some body shots. Andy Wang is absolutely a warrior. What up, Red Zombie Mist? What up? Yo, how you doing? Are you good, Red Zombie? Are you good?
Tried the hardest to make weight.
Hot.
Could potentially be at a disadvantage. Obviously, getting those last
One love. One love.
Really soul destroying.
Stop.
You know, and the more you do that, the more time you spend in the sauna in a dehydrated state, it takes an impact. It has an effect.
Dehydrated state.
So who did that? Or did they both try their absolute best? We just don't know.
Not making excuses, but both ladies are international fighters coming in. I believe Mullins has been in Vegas for an extended period, though. Maybe a week before.
Head to pocket, underhook, rip body.
Every single continent and never missed weight.
Lazy Bed. What's up, Lazy Bed?
No, you make the points.
You know.
Yeah, it's
not hating on.
Yo, what up, Jimbo Slice? How you doing,
People are
Jimbo?
able to take fights on super short notice and go.
Remember, UFC Fight Pass Facebook. If you're watching, I don't see the chat, but if you come over to UFC Fight Pass YouTube and jump into chat, the water's nice. We'll have a good time. I can see it. You know what I mean? I can see it.
Took a fight. I forget how many days' notice against Kamara.
Yeah.
Flew to the other side of the world and still made 170, not 171. Sounds like we're getting on John's case.
No, I appreciate it. No, I think it's really important. I do feel like we're seeing quite a few weight misses these days. Could be the timing of the weigh-ins, I really don't know. Hard to speculate.
But this is a grueling pace. And it's a grueling style of fight.
Well, here's the knees. Let's see if Mullins can take advantage. And Falco on the card.
Pummel.
Just talking Tuesday. Took
yeah.
the fight. Wait.
3 days.
Oh, good kick.
Come on now.
Tip your cap to that.
He's got me beat, John. See, in those clinch exchanges, along the fence, Mullins is tough. She's actually pretty decent on the feet. She's durable. She comes in, she throws big punches. She's getting Cornolle to where she wants, but what she's not doing is finding the strikes and the damage between the wrestling attempts.
And it goes back to what you said. I mean, it's kind of surprising. I'm not trashing Team Renegade that they don't implement a lot of
Especially
knees
with
and
the
elbows
strikers that are
against the
there.
fence.
Yeah.
Exactly. That seems. Against the fence. Yeah. Exactly. That seems.
Boom.
She hurt her.
And a head kick and again.
Oh, kicked her in the face.
That's it.
Oh.
What a finish for Cornolle. Nice combination work. And look what it means for the Frenchwoman.
That's impressive.
She still, look, she hurt. She hurt. A giraffe, you know what I mean? What do you like to do when the fight stays against the cage? What do you mean? Dirty box. I'm 100% going to rip that body and rip that head. Boom. Elbows. All day.
Yeah, we're going to take some looks at let's take a look at some of these replays. Here's where it starts. Nice little dig to the body. You see it back up. You see Mullins.
Liver right there. Then kicked her in the face. Get out of here.
Nice little dig to the body. You see it back up. You see Mullins.
Boom. Just throw it up there real quick.
Off of the fence there.
Boom. Oh, liver-ish.
Right on the liver, guys.
Boom.
And then these
liver-ish.
Nice
boom.
And Mullins, it's not even the head kicks that are hurting.
Yo, it's fire. What up? It's fire. What up, here?
Yeah, that made her do a 180, didn't it?
Boop.
She said, see you later. Hold up. I forgot.
Boop. Then a
something at
kick
home.
over
I
there on the
gotta
other
get
side.
out of here
Boop.
for a
Another
second.
head kick.
And then Cornolle all over. Another, man. 2 in a row in the UFC. Well done.
Congratulations to Nora Cornolle. This coming from
Now you just got to figure out if Haley, like, again, you know, like, we'll have to see the style, what she can do. We'll see who's improved, who's done what.
At 11:50 Eastern on YouTube, Facebook.
Yo, Johnny D, how you doing?
To the fight, your winner by TKO, Nora Cornolle.
Oi. Oi! I liked it. All right, so we've got Nora Cornolle and Haley Cowan. Haley Cowan, Nora Cornolle. What? Casey Ryback. What? Did you know right now, limited time offer, 35% off the annual plan? 35% off the annual plan. UFC Fight Pass featured prelim live on UFC Fight Pass. Sale runs through Sunday. Sale runs through Sunday. Just saying. What? Have you been fighting? Huh? And heard the other guy bones break? No, I've never heard bones. Well, I've heard noses crunch. I've heard a nose crunch. And ironically, I didn't hear, like, John Lewis, I would think is the one because it broke that 1-inch gap in his jaw, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear my hand. I didn't hear my hand snap. I didn't hear any of that either. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, B-Dub? I'm so glad the Legend's still doing streams for the UFC. Hey, as long as you all come in here, I'll have a place to sit. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you all. 35% off the annual plan, though. You know what I mean? All right, let us continue on, shall we? Hope everybody's doing well. What's up? Hope everybody. Yeah, let me just say yes. Is this every week, Baby Shark? So here's where we are. On Wednesday, because what we're doing today is because it's a pay-per-view, so that we're watching undercard fights of fighters fighting in Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Normally, what happens is Fridays, 7 p.m. EST, and on kick.com/UFC, we do the same thing like this, but we watch fights, the main card fights, or fights of fighters fighting, and Saturday's fights. Saturday, we do a watch along, and it's kind of on every platform. And then Mondays, we're back on Kick exclusive, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. Now, I have a rumor. Can I say that? I think I can say it, right, about Monday. I have this rumor. I already have this rumor. And normally we interview somebody from the fight card on Saturday. And then when we do the watch along, I'm here. I do all the watch along, but then we'll have guests when it's a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Are you doing tough watch alongs? We're getting back to it, Day. I'm gonna get there. I'll get back to it. I definitely will do the Contender Series watch alongs. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if Snoo's even in here. But okay. So Monday, guess who I'm gonna have? Guess who I'm gonna have as my guest on Monday? You know it's gotta be pretty badass if I'm gonna skip right past all the fights of fighters who are fighting, and I'm going with this one. I'm gonna have Robbie Lawler. So we're gonna have the Bob. We're gonna have Robbie Lawler, and we're gonna talk about my little brother, the Bob, and his Hall of Fame induction and just what he's been up to and what he's been doing. And so that's who I'm gonna rap with Robbie Lawler. Yeah. You know I love the Bob, man. We go back a long, long way. So it's gonna be you know what I'm saying? I'm excited. So, like I said, we'll recap the fights of fighters who fought in Saturday's fights. And then, and the other thing that we do is after Robbie Lawler, then we'll watch, I believe we're on UFC 9, which we won't watch the Detroit Dance, but we'll skip to it. I'll show just enough of the Detroit Dance to just make you all, just hate MMA. You know what I mean? I'll show just enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, let's move up here. Marco Tulio. Oh, he fought Ihor Potieria? No way, huh? Copy. But we're going to Paste. won't happen, gents? What won't happen? What?
For a middleweight matchup between Marco Tulio and his UFC debut and Ihor Potieria, the Brazilian, 2 years older. We highlight.
I mean, look at that. My man got down. Whoever did this tattoo, good. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Wow. That's quite impressive. Quite impressive.
The discrepancy in height. Potieria 3 inches taller.
Oh, UFC won't kill our enjoyment of UFC, gents. Mega Chronic, if there was ever a fight that would do it, this would be the one. And we've had to go through that Ken Shamrock and Horace Gracie sitting in the guard BS. And then we had to watch another one that was just, and we had to just go through that whole, because it was just terrible. You can't do it. This is worse than all of them. You can literally look it up. Prepare yourself. I'm just telling you all, prepare yourself. It's called the Detroit Dance. All you got to do is Google Ken Shamrock, Detroit Dance, Dan Severn, Detroit Dance. I don't think they were allowed to throw punches. Like, you got to get into the whole story, but we'll get this fight going. But there was something going on with the commission and stuff like that, so they weren't allowed to strike, or it had to be open hand strikes or something. It was completely batshit. So they just sat there for 30 minutes just circling. Circling. You're not taking Severn down. And if you can't throw any punches, circling. All you got to do is just Google Detroit Dance. And you got it. Hey, Puck! My brother with the 26 months. Much love and appreciation. All right, let us continue. That's all you got to do is just look up Detroit Dance. And then you can tell me, somebody look up why the rules. I know UFC Mod probably could do it, but why that fight was like that. They changed a rule in order to let the fight go.
Did miss weight. One of 2 fighters to miss weight yesterday, coming in at 188 pounds. Here's Joe Martinez.
And now, fight fans, here we go with the next fight tonight. 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. At 6 feet 3 inches tall, this mixed martial artist weighed in 188 pounds.
Okay, there it is. So the special rules included no close strikes to the head and no headbutts. So a rule that referee John McCarthy attempted to enforce, but with little success before the show. Fighters were warned not to use close fist strikes under penalty of arrest. Although many fighters that night included close-fisted striking, no fighters were arrested. Could you imagine? They did it right on the spot. Said it had to be open hand. It had to be open hand.
27 fights. His record stands at 20 victories with 7 defeats.
Yo, what up, Doug DVX?
Ukraine, here is Ihor Potieria. And across the octagon, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A striker standing 6 feet even. He weighed in 185.5 pounds and holds a record of 12 victories with 1 defeat. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
You're a Joker Diaz. What's up, Diaz?
And your referee in charge, Mark Smith.
What's that? Who eats toast in the tub? Shamrock is involved in a lot of weird circumstances fights his whole career, including the low blow TKO against Hoy Gray. Oh, it's all nuts. It's all insane. All of it. Yeah, he's been in some weird ones. That's why we'll be on UFC 9.
All right, you ready? Marco, ready? Fight's on.
Is widely considered one of the worst MMA fights of all time. Okay, look, I'm going to do this.
Back leg.
I'll just wait
because he's facing
I'll mute. We'll get the fight going. But due in part to this special rule, the super fight between Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock is widely considered one of the worst MMA fights of all time, with the fighters circling each other for nearly 20 minutes with little or no contact. That's why I'm not kidding you. When we watch that on Monday, I'm half tempted to just play it. I'm going to mute the screen. I'll probably go up and eat and cook something, and I'll come back at about that 19-minute mark. You know what I mean? Huh? Was Lawler always the kind guy after the bell that we saw so much after at the end of his career, Jens? Bell to bell, straight demon. Oh, no, during the fight, he was an absolute savage. Outside of it, oh, he was awesome. Yeah, no, that's literally the Bob. He was so chill, it was almost freakish. You know what I'm saying? He just quiet dude, just hanging. But you put him in there, he had a switch that was something. His switch was no joke, you know?
Time called.
You're a joke, huh? Great to see you, bro. Thanks again for the kind words last week. Always, man. Thank you for being here.
Stopping the action. Potieria's.
Do I ever miss being in the octagon? Yeah, I miss all of that a little bit nowadays. I do.
And the referee.
Oh,
yes. Not stopping.
Damn. Look at that. He gets him with the right hand.
Getting low blows. And the referee.
Pow, pow. Look at that
stopping
hook.
The action.
He got poked in the eye about 3 times, maybe 4.
Yeah, Tulio.
You see the way he throws that hook? Everyone's worst nightmare. This guy Marco wins almost all his fights by KO. You see how hard he's throwing?
He'd be looking for that left hook. I mean, he's throwing that all the way from his hip. He's using the back.
Even when he thought like that says volumes of Robbie Lawler. That fight with Askren, when he stopped it, and he's like, oh, and he's like, dude, you know what? Herb's a great ref, and he just whatever. Shit happens. They'll fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Left hook. It seems like he's found that's his punch of choice.
Nice count too.
Yeah, fighting for all these years. Now, when he was 18 and stuff, oh no, the Bob was, woo, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Bob didn't play around.
Potieria
What, Neo Voodoo? Oh, I'm glad you got out of the ring while you're still mentally sharp so we can have our Pause King school us on these fights. Oh.
That hurts.
I get it. I get it.
Could hear that one, so that's good. That's a serious one.
Ooh, heavy knee
on the money.
Direct hit.
Oh, that was a good shot.
Last October at Salt Lake. In all of the eye pokes he dealt with, some that were
quickly.
Yeah.
It is.
Minutes left.
It is necessary.
The benefit.
Oh, nice
fight.
All right, just under 3 minutes of a pause in the action and just under 3 minutes to go in round 1. Tulio right back to work.
Oh, nice right hand.
That's that backhand he's going to be looking for. And he's been following it up with a nasty left hook.
Yeah.
Finish it off, but that time,
that's true. You know what I mean? Oh! I mean, shit. Watch this kid's right hand. Good Lord. Tulio. Oof. Good.
Another right hand.
Oh! What?
Another right hand.
Oh,
He's 3 in a row.
Through right for Tulio.
Wow.
Yeah, that little break set off his rhythm.
He's got him mudded.
Off a little, I think, and Tulio came right for the kill immediately.
Potieria surviving for the moment, but for how long?
I thought that was done. The way that he dropped. I mean, it's a credit to Potieria.
No armbar for you. Oh, with the left. Damn this kid.
Tulio just all over him right now.
Don't go back down. Oh, you went flat. You went flat. Good Lord. Damn. Tulio. Oh, look at this. Oh, crap.
The winning streak is 9 for a big-time Brazilian prospect.
Extremely powerful man right there. That's what that was about. That was just pure power.
Oh, dude, I bet, man. I'll bet you felt it with burning in the hip. Burning in the hip. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I said. That was the burn in my hip. Was horrible.
En route to his 9th knockout win.
Look at this finish here. Backhand lands, and then he keeps it going. Another backhand lands, and then the left hook. And then he just mauls him from there. He didn't give him any space. Potieria had a good.
I told you he's got a badass right hand.
Just saw the blood in the water. He just didn't stop. Throwing heat until he got the finish.
There's
Great job.
Big left hand in the ground that got the target. Diego Lima, Norma Dumas, UFC veteran. That'd be a fantastic 5-round clash that headlines tonight's card. Fight night. Main card comes your way next.
Dern versus Hebos. 2.
All right, first, Joe Martinez makes this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 3 minutes, 4 seconds. Round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Marco Matuto.
What? Festios, gents, who would win a fight, me or you? Well, let's just put it this way. Do you see me even asking the question? Nah. Never even crossed my mind. I'll say you. Never even crossed my mind. All right. His opponent. Copy. Paste.
Welcome back. Time for a middleweight matchup between prospects on the way up. Josh Frem, 28 years old. Tresean Gore, 28 years old. Frem is every bit of 6 feet 4 inches tall. One of the tallest middleweights on the roster.
Oh, damn. Every bit of 6'4". What? All right, I'm in.
2-inch edge and reach, and he's the -155 favorite. Here's Joe Martinez.
And now, fight fans, we are set to go with the
Yo, what up, Larry Bird? Larry Bird.
Middleweight division. Introducing you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background, Muay Thai and boxing.
Let's go, Tresean. Let's go.
185.5 pounds. In 6 fights, his record 4 victories with 2 defeats. Fighting out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Here is.
Teach you to develop self-control and patience. For most people, anyway. There's still those lunatics out there. 100%. 100%. Slacker. Yeah.
His opponent fighting out of the red corner. A freestyle fighter standing 6.
War Gunner 7-3 with the 3 months. Much love and appreciation. All subs on the Twitch. I go to support me and Snoo TY. Huh? Chance, you agree with the hate on Finney from last weekend? I thought he did okay for his debut. Everyone can improve. Yeah, no, you didn't want to hear me then. I was right there on that same wagon. 4 punches in 15 minutes after already being told 3 times on the contender series. On the contender, wait, people might do the same activity for a different reason is all. Yeah, no. 3 times he got denied in the contender series. 3 times. Well, the 3rd time he finally fixed it. And then you come in here and you do the same thing. You throw 4 punches in 15 minutes. Huh? I needed the confidence to be who I am, you know? Yeah, 100%. Surefire thing. Or that's just your style. That's just your style. Because I don't know why you can't ground and pound. I have no clue why he can't ground and pound. None. Why you can't just hold a position you like to wrestle and start throwing left hands. Body, body, head. Body, body, head. It's not crazy. Not crazy at all. But you don't. You just hold and hold and hold. But maybe he's still nervous. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just a hugger. 100%. I'm not saying it negatively. I mean, that might be a style. But in the world of entertainment, which we still are, we are sports entertainment, that is not a lot of fun. And you already got people booing left and right on top of when you just push him up against the fence and you just hold him there. He is literally the reason why you need to start counting really quick. You need to start counting 10 seconds and break that up, break that up, break that up, break that up. I mean, you have to. You have to.
4 inches tall. He weighed.
And the one judge, I swear he did that shit on purpose. He's like, I'm absolutely not giving this dude just for holding the fight. I'm not giving him 1 round. 1 round. That was wild. He might start setting a trend with something like that.
185 pounds and in 12 fights, holds a record of 9 victories with 3 defeats. Fighting out of Englewood, Colorado by way of Pittsburgh, PA. Here is Josh Frem.
Yo, what up, Rubs? How you doing, Rubs? Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's hard when you're in there. I don't get me wrong. It's tough to be a fighter. It's tough to do all that. I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying, man, you got to improve. You are in the entertainment, like you are in the entertainment business. They got to want to see you fight. You know what I'm saying?
Tresean Gore and Josh Frem looking to bust into that win column in a big way. Frem looking to give Pittsburgh, PA another fighter to be proud of. This fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, official tire of UFC. Frem is in the black, Gore is in the white.
Oh, nice single leg entry. Hands are joined together. Frem is going to go for a ride. Down he goes. Frem looking for the guillotine.
Guillotine. He's got the left arm.
You think O'Malley going to get his belt back?
He's let go with the other hand for one.
We'll see. We'll see. I want to see what he does different. You know what I mean? See what he does. See what he does different. What's up, my friend? How you do? How you do? We'll see what he does different.
And when it comes to Frem, that wrestling background, go for the wizard, stop the takedown before you start going to the jiu-jitsu. And right now you're seeing him go to a single leg.
I don't know. We're gonna watch a. I think you think he can be. I think he beats Olajaychuk. We're gonna watch a Sadriqu and an Olajaychuk fight here coming up, and then we'll all come up with the. We can all kind of figure it out, you know.
And Gore's not letting go.
Nice drag out by Frem there to get out of that front headlock.
You know,
that top elbow
and that's the one thing, right? That's the one thing about Merab is even if you can, he's not going to stop shooting. Just defending the takedowns are going to wear you out. Unless, like I said, but O'Malley could be the one. He could draw him out with a feint, draw him out a little bit, and maybe get him to bite and kind of just over lunge, boom, boom, and crack him with something. But odds are he's just going to keep going forward, just grind, 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 poof, grind, grind, poof, grind, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he's going to do.
He's been humbled a little bit. And when we spoke to him on Wednesday, you know, you could see, whoa, big takedown, takes the back, hops the hooks in, literally crosses the feet though. Got to be careful. There is a submission there for Josh Frem.
Brandon Paulson, yeah. Trayshawn, I like that. I like that. Yo, what up, Superman? What's going on? What's up, gents? I'm having a hard time waiting this long.
Fighter, right?
Yeah.
The world is your
For the Bronx fight news? Hey, you can ask UFC Mod 2. Maybe there's maybe you can get it inside. I don't know. I mean, not like in here. Maybe they'll say something. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing.
You're going through the opposition like a hot knife through butter, and you think, I'm going to do this to everyone. Then you get here, the level jumps up significantly.
Oh, they just announced this fight like 3 days ago? All right, how come I didn't hear it? I didn't see it. Well, damn, you know faster than me. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Yo, Tunnel Win. What up, Tun Win?
With all this wrestling in ground control time, but nonetheless, Frem is back up and will look to use that range.
Who, Frem?
Excuse me. Gore
guy looks like Gore. Oh, there you go, Gore.
Using my hands first and then throw it, because in one of his fights, he's throwing empty leg kicks and he got knocked out by eating a right hand. So now he's saying, let's set it up, let my hands go, and then the kicks will come in second.
Toyo Tires, official tire of UFC.
Trace, Leite. Lord Bonger with the 15 months. What up, champ? How you doing, my friend? How you doing?
It's going to need to be.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'd like to see him.
I believe Sean will win this rematch. All right, Mega Chronic. All right. Ooh, big kick. Big kick.
This is nice for Frem.
Yeah,
he's getting
starting to
Here's
find
the jab.
using his range, using his reach.
Yeah, that frame.
Oi, Trayshawn with that kick, though.
For this weight class. He looks
well, we love you. I love all of you. We love and appreciate each and every one of you.
He said something. He said he got 165 measurement along the line as he uncorks a couple of big right hands.
Now, being the shorter man, you want to technically go first and be first and move forward and keep a Frem on his heels. Moving backwards for Gore is why you're seeing Frem get ahead on those jump knees and the jabs and the big kicks. You got to be the shorter man moving forward against a Frem.
And you know, it's kind of like I said on the wall. For Frem, when he goes on the attack,
a friend. Somebody is saying a friend. A friend. A friend won't let you hug like this.
Hey, you better drop and go double, just stay wide here. Hey, 30, rotation, don't stay here. Hey, go low with the hips. Hey, watch the machine.
You hear Montoya in the corner. It's a bad look when you end the rounds being controlled. A heavy exchange before they get back to the center.
And right now out of Gore, you're seeing he's looking for that.
I'll never do it again.
Shot. He's throwing one jab, one at a time. He's loading.
I love you. I'm just playing.
On a taller man, you can't jump and lunge into big strikes.
I would have caught up. I would have went a running.
He's looking tired.
Yeah.
Final seconds of round one. Round two's coming up.
Josh, do not grab the cage, please, okay?
Do not grab the cage, please. He says it all not just all calm and cool.
All right, listen to me.
As you're breathing, listen to what I'm saying to you. Okay, look it. If you'll hold center and you'll draw it out of him, you can crack him. When you're done though, you got to re-angle and then do it again. So we can't just do it once. You got to do it multiple times. Because you got to make him miss multiple times. That's how you're going to find the angle and then the power. Okay.
Yep. Right there. Hey, there you go. Hey, listen, that jab is working, but now let's put the two behind it and the hook. Start putting the combinations together. Everything is landing. His nose is already bleeding. His head is bleeding. Find that jab in that nose, but follow it up now. All right?
I like that. Boom, boom, boom,
right?
boom.
Same thing.
Find
Stay
it.
alive.
Find it.
Step back. Don't sit there and block.
Right on the Modelo, please. On the Modelo. Thank you.
On the Modelo. Oh, yeah?
Okay, please do not grab the cage. Okay?
On the Modelo.
UFC Fight Night is presented by Toyo Tires, official tire of UFC.
Second round, here we go. Fight.
Action-packed first round. And after a good grappling attack from Tresean Gore in the early going, Frem really started to find his timing and some power. And he picks up right where he left off.
And that range and the forward pressure of Frem is not going to be a friend for Gore. Gore's got to be moving forward, going to the body, and throwing combinations. If he's moving back,
two shots every can.
Frem is long, Frem is tall, and he can get ahead.
Yeah, when he goes first, certainly with those flying knees, he causes a lot of problems. Here he is, deep on the single.
First takedown attempt for Frem.
Neck.
Got caught up there.
Uh-oh, neck. Neck. Oh!
Trying to escape. Look at that.
Oh, look at it. It's just getting worse. Oh, it's worse. Oh.
He's out.
Oh, he's out. Oh, and then he just let it whip to the floor.
Is it deep? Is it
He's out. He's out.
Oh, he bounced it off the canvas.
Finish.
Wow. What a way.
Unbelievable.
Back it up this time.
And the crowd goes wild.
Squeeze that head right off.
I mean, he did.
Man, he literally squeezed it right off.
He's like, you're coming on with me, sucker.
He did not let go. Generally, when you turn your back like that, that's the exit, but he did not let go.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on. I mean, it wasn't the most technical, but who cares? He just squeezed it like...
Yeah. That was intense.
On The Ultimate Fighter, he was known for his power, his heavy hands. Instead,
and
chokes
we see
him out.
Here, he goes for the choke, and we see Gore just get a hold on this single leg dump. He gets it sucked in there. He gets it under the chin right here. See how he locks it in right there. Now when you got it under that chin, you just commit, and you see him, see how he brings his hips in.
That's the downfall, holding on to that single leg for a little too long, you know what I mean?
And he pulls Frem in and then tweaks him, turns him to the right. Frem doesn't.
That's when it got tight. Look at that.
Because it's so deep.
That's just unbelievable.
Look at that.
Unbelievable. Dang. Held on to the going for that single leg just a little too long. What? I'm betting my house, car, and 401k on Tulio. I'm in.
Gore.
All right, I like that. But this is Tresean, though, so I'm not. I got to go with Tresean. Hunt, so Jen, speaking of counter strikers, for people to make a mistake. What's that next level of pressuring people? Huh?
I love all y'all.
What?
y'all.
Jen, speaking of counter strikers, we're often looking for people to make a mistake. What's the next level of pressuring people to make a mistake? What do you mean? Well, okay. We try to see what you. What's the next level? Throwing combos while being defensive responsible is a whole chore. Yeah. Well, definitely being passive, isn't it? That's the idea. It's coming back and countering after that first shot, third shot, second shot, fifth shot, whatever. The idea is to be in good position. Crack, crack, step off. They throw back, boom. You bust them, boom, boom, punch. Then they fire a combination. You instantly fire right back at them. Bang, bang, boom. And then they panic, they fire, boom. You crack them anyways. Roll with the shot, come back with the shot right there. Absorb a punch, step in, boom, boom. Smash them, crack them with the hook. And then when they recover, bust them with the left hand. Step outside their rhythm, all kinds of stuff. Slip underneath, crack them with an uppercut, circle around. Jab him in the face. I don't know. It's 1,000 things to do. See, then you get my blood all worked up. Then you get me all back in my feels and stuff. I don't know. Like 1,000 things. Play games with them, watch them flinch, and then bust their liver till they shit themselves and start crying like, you know. I mean,
Superstar Israel Adesanya ready to bring his brand of style back to him.
Instead of waiting, force them to make a mistake. Well, yeah, but the other deal is you have to be, it's like they're probably trying to do the same thing to you. You know, they're trying to probably do the same thing to you. That's the game. Especially with two skilled fighters, you know what I mean? They're popping that jab out there to see the reaction. They're popping that combination in to see what happens. If you get in close, why do you think 80% of all knockouts happen, 84% of all knockouts happen when both fighters are in close throwing punches? Because odds are your chin popped up and your hand came down. And again, I've said it 1,000 times, 100% out, 200% back. Boom, boom, the hook. And guess what? That 1 second, boom, bam. You see it happen all the time.
MSG when he faces Alex Peneda, plus two-time champion Carlos Barza faces the prestigious power of former Chinese champion Zhang Weili. UFC 281 is 2 weeks from tonight on pay-per-view. The prelims get going at 8 Eastern on ESPN News and ESPN+. Joe Martinez for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, the guillotine choke ends this fight at 49 seconds of round number 2. For your winner, Mr. Vicious, Tresean Gore!
I'm here.
All right, so we got Tresean and Tulio. Tulio got those power hands. You know, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's like going out there and shooting a takedown and then feinting a takedown and watch them drop their hands. Start watching where their hands go. Just watch where their chin pops up. Stuff like that. Then you got to make sure you don't, everybody gets a little quote-unquote sloppy. Oh, Tresean's a plus 300. There you go. I'm betting on Gore. Oh, that's a bet on Gore plus 300, you know. What up, Jay? How you doing, Jay? All right, next up, we got Mitch Reposa and Sumu Dargy. I like it. Huh? So like doing that while remaining defensively responsible. Well, you always have to keep your hands up. That's the thing. You're always supposed to keep your hands up and your chin down. That's why because it's not the punch you're trying to watch. It's the punches that could be thrown. That's why your hands are up there. That's why when you're doing this stuff, your hands are up because it's not the punch coming. Same reason why you move, slip underneath and move. Not because the punch is coming. It's because it could come. Because that's the rhythm that you're supposed to be doing. Boom, underneath, crack, boom. And then most people don't even do the circling. They don't even slip off to the side. You know what I mean? Copy. Paste. Whoa. What?
Fights under his
Whatever that might be, lifting the elbows too high for body shots, lifting their head for chin shots, planting too much on the legs for leg kicks.
belt against the young up-and-comer Mitch Reposa. What a great fight this is going to be. Let's send it up to Adam Palazzo for the official introduction.
This is sanctioned by the Rhode Island Department of Business Regulation.
What's that? Slipping off the side is safer in boxing than in MMA kickboxing? It certainly is. That's the other reason. Again, slip the punch, slip and come right back firing. That's the other thing, man. When you're moving, and that's loading your feet. When you move off to the side of a shot, you're loading your right hand. You move to your left, you're loading your left hand. Boom, boom. There's the kick. Boom, swing it off, crack. Then you fire it off. You just assume that kick is coming. They throw the jab, boom, hands up, come right back. Even if the kick isn't thrown, you plant. The punch is coming straight at you. I'll move to my left. Here, I'm now loaded on my left hand. What do? You come back. Why? Boom. That's what you do. You throw, slip, crack. Why? Because odds are they're going to throw this hand out like this. Then they're going to bring it back and take about 15 seconds. It's going to most likely drop down to their waist and then circle its way back up to his chin halfway through because you're a lazy puncher. You know what I mean? That's the other thing. Then you punch through it and you get him to dip and you throw the kick up there. That's why I need to make sure your hands, you know what I mean? Hands.
Division of Gaming and Athletics Licensing. Beth Dwyer, Interim Director. Pamela Toro, Associate Director. Christina Tobias, Gaming and Athletics.
What? The second I focus on one thing, I lose focus on another. At least that's how I am.
Administrator.
How long you been
the
fighting?
Honorable Peter Timothy, Gaming and Athletics. Your referees tonight have been Kevin McDonald and Brian Miner. Judges cage side of Nick Mahmood, Paul Asmer, Sean Flanagan, and Alan Lau. And your physicians tonight have been Dr. Peter de Blasio and registered nurse Laura Baller. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. 5 rounds for the vacant flyweight world title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks. He weighed in at 124 pounds. His pro record, 7 wins, 3 losses, with 4 big victories by way of submission. Hailing from Coconut Creek, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, Flavio Carvalo. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the yellow trunks. He weighed in at 126 pounds. His pro record, 6 wins, with 1 loss and 3 big victories by way of submission. Hailing from Viva for Riva, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen, Mitch Reposa. The referee in charge of the action when the bell rings, Mr. Brian Miner.
Gentlemen, 5 rounds for the flyweight title. Went over the rules.
Oh, Calzaghe and Jeff Lacey, beautiful bit of. Oh, there you
Fight
go.
hard, keep it clean. If you want to
There you
touch
go.
gloves, do it now. Good luck to you both.
It's main event time. It's
Look at dead beard.
Michael Parenti joined by
dead,
Joe Lozon.
dead beard.
The flyweight
Dead
strap
beard.
on the line.
Dead beard.
Bozo in the yellow
Stop.
trunks taking on Flavio Carvalho in the black and red. And Joe, it's been a night of redemption for several fighters, including Nate Garib, who avenged that last loss in the title fight by winning.
What, Jens? Do you think Chase Hooper will retire Jim Miller like he did Clay? Well, I think Jim Miller's probably going to retire here real soon anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we'll find out. I think it'll be a fun game. I don't know if obviously I'm rolling. I'm nothing but love and respect to Jim Miller, but that's Chase. That's Chase Hooper. That's family. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Winning a title tonight. And for Mitch Reposa, he was supposed to actually fight at CS 70 last time out, had weight cut issues, wasn't able to compete on the card. A chance for redemption for him tonight if he gets a victory, and then he'll bring home a world title as well. So a couple of interesting
And he'll bring home a world title as well. I love that.
storylines coming into this bout, or coming into
Your guy fighting for the belt is 7-4-1.
this fight. We'll see if Reposa can deliver.
He's a baller.
So in general, Mitch has a very kind of speed-oriented style, kickboxing-wise, right? So he generally throws punches and then, gets out of there right away, right? And sometimes that kind of works.
Lomachenko's moving is nasty.
And, sometimes when he lands, he doesn't do that much damage because he's on his way out. For this fight, though, I think it's kind of a nice little, style for this fight because, I think Flavio's going to try to get the fight to the ground. I think we're going to see,
Is that Cholazon? Oh, man, it sound like Joe.
him trying to, engage with Mitch and then, pull some kind of guard or hit a takedown. And I think that it's going to work out to Mitch's advantage if he can hit and stick and move and not get pushed up on the fence here.
So depending on the opponent, you want to see Reposa possibly follow through more and be more aggressive, but against a fighter who wants to go for the takedown, maybe you don't want to mix it up as much.
Yep, exactly. I think in general, Mitch generally wants to be a little bit more
Maybe not.
aggressive on looking for
Oh, there you go, Reposo.
He's a little bit too cute sometimes where he lands his shots and he gets out. He needs to be a little bit more grindy and get after people. But for this fight, especially early in the fight, I think it's perfect.
It looks like he's doing a little bit of both, too, to speak on your point. Yeah, landed a couple
That was a good shot right into a sick little takedown. I like it.
To speak on your point.
Boom, boom. There we go. Up. It is Joe Anthony. I thought it sounded like Joe. My man said what? Takedown and then just stood right back up. Okay, Reposo. Oh, there's the kick. Oh, that just destroyed him.
Leg kick just steps back out.
Bow. That had to hurt. Every aspect of that hurt. Look at it. Look at that, was horrifying. He done one.
Leg kick just
One.
takes for Carvalo crash into the canvas.
And Mitch should honestly just keep that up.
Yeah.
Just, keep moving around a little bit.
What do I see, Joe? No, but I can hear him. That sounds like Joe.
Like, he landed a leg kick and dropped him right away. Like, I mean, that's... Jiu-jitsu-wise, a compromised leg is not the end of the world. Stand-up-wise, it's a death sentence.
Oh, that left hand just got through there.
Yeah.
He's wobbled.
Carvalo's in some trouble here early on.
And Mitch should honestly keep this end of the world. Stand-up-wise, it's a death sentence.
Oh, that shot. I like that. Right, left, that right,
Carvalo's
left.
in some trouble here early on.
Ah, there's that kick.
And you wonder, Joe, at some point, does Reposa just not necessarily empty the tank, but if he sees an opening, just go for it. He's had a couple of shots there where Carvalo's been on his back, and he's let him back up.
Yeah, I think he's being patient. I think he's definitely going to go for the kill strike here, but I think he's just trying to set it up a little bit. A little level change.
There it is. Damn. Look, he hates it. Look at the way he reacts to this kick, man. It's crazy.
He's just trying to set it up a little bit. A little level change.
Boom.
Level change and then come up.
He's already switching legs. He's already switching legs. Then he's got to go back. Compromise.
Leg kicks are wobbling.
I'll tell you what you do.
240 to go in round number
You
1.
get him to throw that jab, and you fire that right hand right over the top of the thing as soon as he does. Especially if you both the righties, man. You pop that jab. You pop that jab and get him to throw his jab, and you instantly you let him punch right into the glove, pop, and just drill right over the top. Like, just crack.
I think that was the first
Crack.
kick he landed and kicked his leg out.
Right left-hand combo by Reposa.
Oh, catch him with that lead hook.
Left on the way out of the break.
Sometimes you get guys that, or fighters in general that, they have very good jiu-jitsu and they want to test their jiu-jitsu and they want to, take it to the next level and they want to fight. But sometimes they don't have, super well-rounded skills, for a lot of kickboxing experience. And that kind of seems to be the case with Flavio a little bit.
He's trying to throw some combos. Just seems like he's a step behind.
Just a step. Mitch is fast.
Yeah, he is fast.
I've sparred a trainer with Mitch. He is very, very
Oh,
fast.
that kick. There you go.
Nothing that Carvalo's throwing is really landing as Reposa just getting out of the
Boom.
way.
Oh, how quick he dropped in on that double.
Mitch needs to be smart here and needs to break away. I mean, that's in his
Get
best
your hands
interest
free.
here.
Get your hands free.
You're winning so, handedly on the feet. Don't engage.
Ooh, that Dina mean Keith Jardine. Hey, I like it. Oh, there he is. It is Joe. Nice. All right.
Minute and a half to go in round 1. We're scheduled for 5 in the flyweight division as Reposa lands a couple of shots before getting back to his feet. He's going to let Carvalo get back up. Continue that same pace.
That's the best thing for him to do. I mean,
CES
he's
MMA.
landing such big shots. Like, why would you even engage a black belt jiu-jitsu on the ground? I'm sure Mitch is confident he can win the fight anywhere, but you're clearly.
But this is working.
If
right?
it's working, why don't change it?
At this pace, Reposa almost dominant really in this opening round.
He's definitely been dominant in the stand-up.
Absolutely.
Carvalho, seemed okay on the ground.
Rhode Island based. I like it. Oh.
Oh, another shot there. Nice
There you
job
go.
spinning him out. Lands that shot right to the chest. Reposa's striking looking good. His hands look fast, Joe.
He's very fast. He's like a ghost. It's like he hits, and then you try to counter back, and he's gone. His footwork is very good.
Reposa feeling it here in round 1. Another leg kick that almost sends Carvalo crashing into the canvas again.
Catch him with the hook.
Reposa really doing what he wants here early on. Carvalo just seems like he's just chasing him down.
Carvalho's eating some big shots, but he's recovered.
Sadriqu.
Carvalo just kind of dropping the guard a bit.
Mean mugging him a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, he gets cracked with the right hand.
Nice left hand.
I mean, the left hand, sorry.
Mean mugging him a little bit?
Be my lead hook.
Oh, nice left hand by Reposa again. You see a welt forming under the left eye of Carvalo. He is taking some monster shots in round 1 as the opener comes to a close. And Joe, just a really good round for Reposa.
Yo, Chris, what? I feel every one of those kicks. Oh, he feels every one of those kicks. That's for sure.
I mean, this is kind of what we see out of Mitch a lot of times. So here we go with the replay. He's landing big shots at will. There's the leg kick. That was the very first leg kick of the entire fight. He kicked his leg out from under him. And he's just moving his head a little bit. Big takedown. Again, not really what he wants to do. It's nice to take someone down, but not really what you're trying to do. Decent right hand there. We see it over and over. We saw level changes, and then some body shots, some punches to the face.
I love the level changes. That's a great point, Joe, because he's going with the leg kicks downstairs, comes back upstairs with the left and the right. Carvalo doesn't really know what to defend because Reposa's really giving him a look at everything.
Yep. And if you're cornering for Mitch right now, it's kind of what do you tell him, right? You tell him you want to be a little bit more aggressive, you want to get the finish. But at the same time, you don't want to be reckless. You don't want to be reckless and engage on the ground, but you want to just pressure a little bit more on the field.
Former CES fighters Calvin Cater, Rob Font, Andre Sukumtat, John Howard, Charles.
But if you have another round like that, you don't want to have 2 more rounds like that. Like he's
Matsubuda. All right, Charles Rosa, Alex Carolexis. Oh, hey, Egan, Dominique Steele, Ricardo Funt.
Shoots in and takes him down. He gets wrapped up in a guillotine.
Yo, clack-a-lackin', how you do?
Round number 2 underway. Michael Parenti joined by Joe Lozon. We are cage side at CS71 as Reposa.
Back and beyond, how you doing? How you doing?
Joe Lozon. We are cage side at
bam, left hand. Bam, left hand.
I
said kick the oh, what?
We are cage side
bam, left hand. Boom, right hand. Noodled him. Oh, he didn't just fall, man. He fell.
He is out cold, and Mitch Reposa is your new world flyweight champion. What a finish.
Great right hands.
Absolute stunner.
He fell.
Right hand, and Carvalo ate it cleanly, and he is out like a light. It seems like all of Fall River is at Bally's tonight. Reposa just taking his time, soaking it all in. He is your
walking
new
around the cage,
MMA
gangster flexing, What?
A thunderous finish to the action here tonight, Joe. And we're gonna get a replay real soon.
And my man's still laying like that. He's still laying that way.
There, as soon as Carvalo hopefully gets to his feet, he is still out. He took a left hand early, spun back out, and just left the guard down. And Reposa cracked him with that overhand right. And there was no doubt before Carvalo even hits the canvas. Here's the left hand. He's already wobbled here.
Boom. Oh, he just.
No chance.
Boom.
Good night.
He hit the ground hard when he went down, too. He hit hard with the punch. Hit the mat really hard, too.
Boom.
Just stuck that left.
You said mini mirror. He looks like a mini Frank Mir. That's crazy. Look at him. He does got that Frank Mir vibe.
Right.
Reposa, that is.
By Mitch Reposa. Joey.
Not in the first round, honestly. Like, he did awesome. But he's got
fighters are told at seeping out of the corner of his mouth. I mean, he took a shot for that performance. Absolute fight. And you know what that's like for a fighter to miss.
He did his moment, and he took it.
The 71 just
kind of landing, and then
if there yet.
Your winner, 19 seconds into round number 2 by knockout, and new flyweight world champion, Mitch Reposa.
Cater right there, right? Calvin. Nice. Nice, Mitch. All right, well, let's find out your opponent. Copy. Paste. Oh. What?
Reach advantage. Back
Sumu
inside the octagon,
Dargy.
here's Joe Martinez.
Oh, we have flyweight bout.
Well,
It's all
fans, we are set to
flyweight.
go with the next bout tonight. 3 rounds this scheduled in the UFC flyweight division. Introducing to you first,
Sumu Dargy.
Background jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. At 5 feet 7 inches tall, he weighed in at the flyweight limit, 126 pounds. This 16-fight veteran holds a record of 12 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, here is Malcolm X. Gordon! And across the octagon stands his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a striker standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. Also weighing in officially 126 pounds, he too holds a professional record of 12 victories and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Sichuan, China, here is the Tibetan Eagle, Sumu Dargy. And your referee in charge of the action is Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata. Let's go,
Sporting the
Sumu
beard, Dan
Dargy.
Mergliata. The Apex in Las Vegas.
Dargy.
So is Chrissy Blair, and so are you on ESPN Plus. Thank you for joining us.
All right, you ready? You ready? Let's go, Joe.
You're looking at Sumu Dargy, the biggest favorite on the card tonight from a betting perspective, minus 360. He's in the red. Malcolm Gordon plus 280 on the comeback. These two swinging right away.
Yeah, and I would expect Malcolm to really try to close this distance, get in tight. He doesn't want to stand out with this rangy Sumu Dargy, who's got crazy kicks, side kicks, spinning kicks, just so versatile. That left hand is laser beam straight down the middle. And good movement as well. And he's going to have to work with this small octagon tonight. Well, that left hand already stung
Reposa?
Side leg kick from
slapped him in the ear
well.
with the right hand, slapped him.
Front leg side kicks.
Oh,
beautiful
straight
with
left. 2 left hands. Ooh,
he's so
Sumo.
loose. Oh, he's really hurting with these shots.
Sumo, now he's got right. Okay, stop that.
Sumu.
Stop that.
Front leg side
Stop
kicks.
that.
Beautiful straight left.
Bam,
He's
left
so
hand.
loose. Oh, he's
Bam,
really
left
hurting.
hand. Now he brings out the right hook.
Splitting the guard.
Gordon is
he
hurt.
brings out the right hook.
Sumu Dargy.
Performance
Damn,
from Sumu
Sumu.
Dargy. This kid wasted no time tonight. Boom, right down the middle.
I like that.
No time. And I was talking about this kid's left hand, and boom, right down the middle, right on the nose and mouth of Malcolm Gordon. Left hand over
what
on
up,
the ear
Jagged?
to follow.
Ah.
Wastes no time. You saw Malcolm Gordon was hurt. He didn't quite adjust to this.
Left,
he goes
left,
down here
go.
because something doesn't feel right. You see his legs go, and he knows adjust to this. He goes down here.
Boom, let's
Something
caught him on the
doesn't feel right. You
forehead.
see his legs go, and he knows I just got to cover up. I'm not going to recover from this. Look at this laser beam straight. He uses that length. At 125.
Boom.
Man, this division is unreal right now. To think that we were talking about not even having this around, what a waste that would have been.
5 feet 8 inches tall at 125 as well.
5'8", 125. Oh, Sumu. Damn, Dargy.
Kick off. They'll also have
official time, 44 seconds, round number 1. We have your winner by KO from China, the Tibetan Eagle, Sumu Dargy.
Hey, I like it. I like it. Damn, Sumu. That's going to be tight. Him and Reposa. Okay, I'm in. Let's do this. Let's do this now. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Did you know on Monday, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC, we're going to recap the fights of fighters who fought in Saturday's fights, and we're going to have an interview. Yep, it's Robbie Lawler, the Bob. All right. Now, Michael Olajaychuk. Oh, he fought Cheaty Bang Bang? What? All right. Copy. Then against Sadriqu. Sadriqu Dumas Paste.
Middleweight matchup upcoming. Chidi and Jokuani 6 years older than Poland's Michal Olajaychuk, and Jokuani 3 inches taller. And we also highlight the sizable 6-inch edge in reach.
And all fight fans, we are set to go with the next fight tonight. 3 rounds, this in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet even. Official weight, 186 pounds. His record stands at 18 victories with 6 defeats and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Barke, Poland. Here is Michal Olajaychuk. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner. At 6 feet 3 inches tall, this mixed martial artist weighed in officially 185 1/2 pounds. His professional record stands at 22 victories, 9 defeats, with 1 no contest. Fighting out of Garland, Texas, USA. Here is Chidi Bang Bang and Jokuani.
Bang Bang, Bang Bang.
And your referee in charge is Thomas Pham.
Well, sometimes it's a clash of styles in this great sport of mixed martial arts that we find compelling. Sometimes it's two powerful strikers that like to search for the knockout. If you don't know, now you know. Dana White is ready for these strikers known for power to step inside the octagon. We'll see how long this one lasts.
So they are both strikers, but there is a difference, right? Olajaychuk is a small, likes to get in there. But look at Jokuani. I was going to say the difference is he's more technical, he's more of a sniper. But in range there, throwing some really deadly knees.
Yeah, he's showing off the Muay Thai very
his knees though. Damn, Chidi.
Bang, bang. Be careful.
I just love, you can see that top stance from Jokuani, the way he just rolls back and forth, stays very upright.
Oh, again, that right knee.
I love this front kick
So
to the body.
good.
He's thrown about 15 teep kicks so far.
It must be so exciting. If you're Enji Kawani, you got these kind of skills. And as we said, fighting somebody that's going to allow you to open your toolbox, have a little fun, show the world what you make.
Pause. Insider tip there, from Lazy Bed. Ola Jaychuk did his camp for this fight coming up at Fighting Nerds Gym. Damn.
But this is the difference. Enji Kawani, you know, he's stylistic. He's very, very technical. Ola Jaychuk likes to fight on the feet, but he's more of a brawler. Likes to make it dirty.
And be careful in kicking range if you're Ola Jaychuk, because Njokuani's been peppering him. There's a big left hand.
Yeah, but Ola Jaychuk
straight left from Ola Jaychuk.
Good slip there.
Enji Kawani needs to keep that chin tucked.
Right, Deadbeard? Yeah, they are. They're hot right now.
You see how Ola Jaychuk going to do a good job. He's going to come around to the back here.
Who do I got? Patty the Batty or Chandler? Man, you know,
yeah, you got to fight the
I'm really starting to think the aura of Patty the Batty might be too much.
He's controlling that
it's
wrist
that
as
Patty,
well.
He's got that. He's got that
underhook control.
Yeah, he's got that confidence. You know, he's got that confidence.
Now he's in a good position. He can turn. Ola Jaychuk might even think about dropping down, level changing. Those knees, they are nasty.
Oh, man.
Oh, the sound.
That time.
Oh, love it. Beautiful timing on that.
Man, Ola Jaychuk undeterred, though.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a savage, man.
He is a savage. He's as tough as they come.
Mistake.
Massive mistake. Why did Enji Kawani go for a takedown?
I don't know, and especially...
Enji Kawani, why? Jen, Saturday's fight with Jim Miller will be his 46th trip to the octagon. Damn. And even though he's going to compete 4 more times at most after this one, and the 41-year-old doesn't seem like he is going to retire anytime soon. He holds the record for both the most appearances and most wins in UFC history. And he wants that 50, right? He wants that 50.
Michael, that we knew this is what we wanted.
It's all right, let's go. You want to throw down on the feet? I got you, bro.
No, and you see Ola Jaychuk trying to attack that body now.
Yeah,
Jim's a badass.
He can take a few knees to the stomach. He can take a few shots. He does not mind being in a war.
Nice inside kick there, return from Ola Jaychuk.
Oh, yo, formerly Ghost, how you doing? How you doing?
Nice inside kick there, return from Ola
Oh,
Jaychuk.
there's a kick, got him wobbling. Got him wobbling. Elbow.
He seems to be recovered already, though, but he cannot continue to take these shots.
Teeing off. 90 seconds in round one as he goes up top again.
And we heard that straight left.
There we go. Answers the call.
Ola Jaychuk is crazy, man.
Cheney caught up and on the retreat.
I mean, what a fight.
Bro.
Come on.
Oh, don't let him get it. Stand him up, boy. Stand him up. Take down.
From the body, and Ola Jaychuk finds himself on top.
This fight is ridiculous.
This is nuts. You're not awake back in the States.
Come on.
Somebody call your friends.
Well, it's early in the morning in California. 4 a.m.
Oh.
And here's your wake-up call. Here's your morning.
Got it down. Man, they're going to stop it. They're going to stop it. Bang. Damn.
Another stoppage in round number 1.
I'm kind of speechless. That fight was phenomenal, and it looked like...
Hurt so bad with that head kick. But Ola Jaychuk, we talked about it. Side kicks here from Enji Kawani. Get back into this fight, he'll finish you.
That kick.
Nice inside kicks here from Enji Kawani. Enji Kawani looks sharp and on point early, but I feel like he knew he was going to have to try to get Ola Jaychuk out of there early. You could tell he had a sense of urgency.
Drive.
He just slowed just a little bit. There's a nice takedown from Ola Jaychuk, and then here's the finish. Just big hammer fist.
Ground and pound.
Punches on the feet from Michal Ola Jaychuk.
For Michal. Matchmakers watching.
Ooh, Dana White Contender Series. Ooh!
It's 16 seconds, round number 1. We have your winner by TKO. Michal Husa.
There it is. There it is. Let's go. All right. Well, he has an opponent. And his opponent has a name. We're going to copy. You know, let me paste that bad. Let me paste. Sadriqu.
Sadriqu Dumas. 2 years separate them in age, 1 inch in height, and you can see Peneda with a 4-inch reach advantage over the older Dumas. Mike Beltran, our referee.
First round. You ready to fight? You ready to fight? Yeah, let's go.
Peneda in the blue, Dumas in the red trunks.
Dumas threw a nice inside kick there. Good high kick. You see the power and explosiveness of Dumas. But you got to set those up. You're not going to just randomly shoot on a guy like this.
True three, right? Big takedown. Oh, we're
right into the mouth.
And that was the question that we were discussing in the lead up to this fight, right?
Watch your weight, watch your leverage.
Was going to make this a grappling match?
No, he's got the high elbow.
Oh, this is tight.
Tight. That's really tight. That's really, really tight. He's in trouble.
He's cranking on this.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's got to keep pushing that arm into the neck. He's got to just keep forcing his arm into the neck. There it is.
Dang.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Sadriqu Dumas.
Sadriqu.
Wow. That was tremendous. He just kept pushing that elbow. When you get that high elbow guillotine there, all you got to do is, as you got the choke, you just keep shoving your arm back into your opponent. And there's nothing he can do but tap.
There's no way to posture out of it if you're the other guy. You want to go high, get your head high, but you can't.
Yeah.
When you got that Dumas, we wanted to know if he'd take this fight to the canvas, and sure enough, early in this fight looked to grapple, and well done by Dumas to snatch up this
look at that.
power guillotine, went high elbow with the grip, and as you say, DC, did the perfect thing, just continued to shove that fist further and further and further over.
You can see him starting to panic under him. Look at that.
Absolutely.
He can't even get to the hands. He can't even get to the hands. He's got to get to that left hand. He's hiding it so well that he had to tap.
That was deep off the jump.
Justin Bernard to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 47 seconds into round number 1, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the fight for the winner by submission due to guillotine, Sadriqu.
All right, Sadriqu. Not Sadriqu. Sadriqu. All right, I'm in. So that'll be the fight. Michal Olajashuk and Sadriqu Dumas. All right, moving on up. Guess what? Yep, it's this one. Julian Arosa, copy. He's going to be fighting what? Darren Elkins? Paste? Boom.
In there is the
It was a
older
lot.
fighter,
It was a
8
lot.
years than Christian Rodriguez. Also stands 5 inches taller at 6'1".
6'1", 145 and a half. Dang, 6'1". Get some.
Here's Joe.
Well, fight fans, here we go with our next fight tonight. 3 rounds. This in the UFC featherweight division.
I'll be back.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in officially 145 and 1/2 pounds. In 12 fights, his record stands at 11 victories with 1 defeat. Fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, here is Christian Rodriguez. And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, a striker standing 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in also 145 and 1/2 pounds, and in 41 professional fights, this veteran holds a record of 29 victories with 12 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Yakima, Washington, here is Julian Juicy J. Arosa. And your referee in charge, Nick Behrens.
42nd pro fight for the veteran Julian Arosa, fighting out of Las Vegas, a native of Yakima, Washington. Thank you very much, Red.
Fighter ready? Fighter ready? Let's fight.
On the other side, a dozen fights for Christian Rodriguez. He has won all but one of them. This fight clock is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Rodriguez in the blue, Arosa in black.
Rodriguez looking for that jab right off the bat. 3-2 lands. Once that jab touches, that's boxing 101, then everything else can flow off that. And he's already touched that jab a lot.
Oh, man.
Julian thrown backward. That was a nice uppercut there from Julian. Because straight punches will come from Christian Rodriguez. See how he's looking for that right uppercut underneath.
That's a nice uppercut. It's coming quick.
Arosa likes to create chaos in there. He's finished 24 of his 29 victories. He's got submissions in 7 different ways. Rodriguez, a more tactical and measured approach.
He called that. He said that he would find that.
Is out right now. Arosa keeps swinging.
Oh, nice elbow there.
Right hand from Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez is sitting down.
You just got to stop that. Oh, I thought it was Arosa that lost it.
Ready? Fight.
Rodriguez puts it back in, and on we go.
Awesome start to this match already.
Whew. Christian said it. He thought he would find that left kick. He doesn't like, well, he likes how Julian Arosa dips side to side defensively. And he already landed one. Oh, right hand got
sits
through.
into one. Crazy exchange in the center.
Arosa saying, go ahead. You want to knock me out and hit me? I'll hit you back. I don't care. But you better watch out, because Rodriguez does hit hard.
Good counters there from Arosa. He's eating these shots so far. Answering back. Oh my goodness.
Waves him on after eating the kick, but getting the guard up. Bit of a clinch. Arosa thought this fight might play out along the fence. You see if it actually goes along
those kicks right there, those teep kicks and then the clinch would really help Arosa in this match, because he can get to that front headlock from the clinch, and the teep helps him get that range that he wants. But right now, walking into the hands of Christian Rodriguez is not going to serve him. Rodriguez's hands are looking sharp.
Rodriguez landing at a more than 50% clip through 2.5. Arosa finding some strong connections as well.
Got to be careful. Oh, nice elbow there.
Beautiful choice by Arosa to throw that elbow.
Rodriguez backing up and covering up. Arosa starting to unload. C-Rod.
Both these guys throwing heavy shots.
Rodriguez hurt him with that overhand.
Ooh. Just missed time. The spinning back elbow as they circle to the left. Dean Thomas, what do you see so far?
Notice how Christian Rodriguez, he'll throw that jab and he'll leave it on the face of Arosa and then replace it with his right hand. That's why he's been so accurate, because he throws that jab, leaves it on the face, and then just replaces it with his right hand. Good strategy from Rodriguez.
That's something Duke is big on, is putting out those feeler punches, putting out punches as distractions to follow up with the bigger shots. But what makes Arosa so dangerous too is that he's just so willing to engage.
This is what he wants. He wants this exact position. Now he's got the body triangle locked in right off the bat.
Yeah, using that length to his advantage.
60 seconds to work on the ground. He's got the back of Rodriguez and the body triangle. Don, as you said, locked in.
Gotta watch the arm there.
What was awesome about that is you saw Arosa skip throwing the hooks in. He just skipped that and went straight to the body triangle. Another guy you see do that is Aljamain Sterling. He does that very well, and he gets to this position over and over and then holds the whole position. Let's see if Arosa can do the same and maybe even get the finish here.
And Arosa with that 6-1 frame.
Oh, tried to turn in, but Arosa read it well. Nice adjustment.
Nice reversal. And then Rodriguez jumping in.
These guys are looking for that fight of the night. Gotta watch his neck here. Julian looking for a guillotine. You know he's got a good guillotine.
Wow, that's tight.
Ooh, that guillotine's tight though. Oh, got him tapping everywhere.
Juicy J. Wow. This is why you always tune in to watch Arosa.
Damn.
Front chokes are lethal. We were saying that coming in. He's got Darces, guillotines, anacondas, and the way he transitions into havoc is what makes Arosa special. He doesn't just wait to set it up, he waits for the havoc, and then in the scrambles, he finds his submissions, and always so tight with those front chokes. How much time was left? 3 seconds, if that. What a job, because Christian Rodriguez brought it. Let's see.
Oh, he
catches the kick, gets the
trip,
goes straight to the body triangle here.
Boom.
He starts to threaten the front and then sees the triangle. Look how he throws it right over the lap.
Oh,
and then from here, he gets that sunk in. And watch the body triangle again, he locks in from that guard. He's got the guard and he knows he has it. So he just squeezes and creates a leverage. And, man, that was tight, fast. And you could tell because he went for the body triangle from the bottom. That's how you know. Look at his elbow position. He knew he had it. Great job. Look at the elbow, the right elbow, how it's kind of flickering up. That's how he's getting the leverage to get it right on the blood spot.
And Eric Nixick, Eddie Baracco on fire in the corner.
Dang. GG.
Wherever you get UFC, here's
Julia. Ladies and gentlemen, the guillotine submission comes at the official time, 4 minutes, 49 seconds. Round number 1 for your winner, Julian Juicy J. Arosa.
What? Am I going to bring back the blonde hair with the red mohawk? No. That was when I was fighting. I did the blonde hair just to have the bleach hair, and all I got was Eminem, Slim Shady, and everything else. I'm like, so I don't know if I'll ever do that again. You know what I mean? Can't be dyeing it blonde. Can't be bleaching it. You know. So, yeah, I don't know. All right, but a lot of red mohawks at the time. Yeah, I like it, the red mohawk, but copy. Weren't you supposed to go blonde when Oliveira was? I don't think that's what happened. I'm not sure. There was a bet. Wait, was that the reason? I don't recall. Wait, I don't know if that was the bet. I don't remember. Maybe that's why I did it. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why. I'm not 100% sure. See, I don't recall anymore, but Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner, won Hall of Fame fight happened 20 years ago today. Dang. But it was something on Oliveira being blonde, and you said you might. I think, okay, that might have been it too. I'm ready. I'll do it again. I'll go blonde again. Once I can get past the Slim Shady comments. 8K really brings him heavy. What?
It was for the Makhachev fight back in 2022. You said if Dubronx beat Makhachev, you'd dye your hair blonde.
Oh.
But then he lost.
And he lost. So I didn't have to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Then I went blonde for a whole different reason. Maybe I felt guilty and did it anyways. I don't recall. But if Dubronx, that's what it was. If Dubronx beat Makhachev, we were going blonde. Then I must have went blonde anyway. Yeah, whatever. We just do it again. I'm in. I'll do it again.
Featherweight.
I just got to let it rip and grow out so it can have all the roots underneath. That's what I want. The dark roots underneath. It looks like shit. That's what I'm after. Chance, hear me out. What? The old school mullet, blonde with the red stripe going all the way down the back. No. That's a heck no.
It's Darren Elkins and Daniel Peneda. 1 year older is Elkins at 40 years old. We highlight the height discrepancy. Elkins standing 3 inches taller. Also has a 2-inch edge in reach.
Maddie says he's ready for the pressure. I 100% believe him. That's what I'm saying. I don't doubt it.
Inside the octagon tonight is Joe Martinez.
What? Thank you, whoever that was that hopped on the mic. That's 8K Snoo. That's.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Live from the UFC Apex here in Las Vegas, Nevada. A very good evening and welcome to UFC Fight Night. Hernandez versus Peneda. And now, fight fans, we are set to go. 3 rounds is scheduled in the UFC featherweight division.
See right there, RBZ. There it is. With the real little evil. Please stand up. Please stand up. That's why it ain't happening. That bullshit right there.
This veteran holds a record of 28 victories, 16 defeats, with 3 no contests, fighting out of Houston, Texas. Here is Daniel, the Pit Peneda.
Cannondale.
And across the octagon, his opponent fighting out of the red corner.
Out of the red corner.
Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in officially 144.5 pounds.
Because there's no reason not to weigh 145, you know?
With 11 defeats, fighting out of Portage, Indiana, here is Darren, the Devich Elkins!
I'm so pissed. I'm half tempted to go back and do the entire intro. Damn it. Damn it!
All right, this is the 40th pro fight for Darren Elkins. He breaks the record for most UFC featherweight bouts. He passes Max Holloway.
Okay, this is pissing me off. All right. God, there.
He'll have that record alone for the next 6 days before Max Holloway matches him in his headliner and title fight against Ilia Topuria next weekend. This fight clock is brought to you by Bud Light.
Stop. Baby Sharp, I'm appreciating you, Baby Sharp MMA. GFL postponed their first event. You don't say. Why?
Official beer sponsor of UFC. Peneda's in white, Elkins in blue.
Elkins also has the most takedowns in featherweight history with 61.
Wrestling background for Elkins.
You think?
State champ as a senior in Indiana, wrestled in college.
Oh, but that's spinning back kick. What? Chintz, have you ever been so nervous you had palms sweaty, vomited mom's spaghetti?
Still stuck in that guillotine.
Oh, submissions are the
now mounted guillotine.
Daniel Peneda, who's now mounted.
To keep that guillotine is actually incredible.
Now it's getting tighter.
Incredible grappling here. That is
tight, guys.
And Elkins is tough to put away, but Peneda in prime position early.
Wow. I mean, the way Elkins...
People saying they don't have the funds to do it.
Now we already got a cut. Elkins already cut him.
I'd be curious to see. I would be able to, no, you're good, Reaper. You're good. That's awesome. I would be curious. Oh, I wonder if that's it. Oh, shit. Hold on. Here comes Bradshaw. Man, look at Bradshaw over here. Don't play. All right. We'll let the fight play. Global Fight League's inaugural event, initially planned for April, have been postponed to May 24th and 25th in Los Angeles, with the events taking place in the Shrine Auditorium. 15 fights each day, and the UFC has the weekend off. Have I been keeping up with the bash shows? Other than the nephew is a Yokozuna and my dude retired, that's about it. Jens, you are the raddest dude on Twitch. Quar, that's why I love and appreciate you. Your ability to bullshit. Love you. All right, well.
They're swelling.
They weren't selling, and they want to do it without trying to compete with the UFC, so do it on a weekend that can't be, you know? I mean, I get it.
Left eye now.
I can tell you the number one issue, but I'll let these guys fight, but the number one issue that's always happened, as somebody who's been around for a long time in this sport, and have been with a lot of these events that come out for the first time, right? And they see the success that the UFC has, so they make this assumption, oh, we just have to have the names, and it'll sell itself. So naturally the names are like, well, I want this much money. I want this much money. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm big fans of all of you. I'm going to give you this much money. I'm going to give you this much money. I'm going to give you all this money. Because we'll make it back in pay-per-view and in ticket sales. Then all of a sudden, fight the week, usually about 2 weeks before the fight's supposed to happen, they start shitting themselves. Oh, Lord, we're not doing this. You know how many times? You know how many shows? Yeah, anyways. I've seen a lot of checks written that bounce and bounce and bounce. You know what I mean? There was a time, and it was a tough time to be in MMA back for a while. It's tough. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I mean, if I'm not saying that's just based off that what you said right there a little bit, but that's the one thing that used to happen. People they got way ahead of themselves, and I always told them then, and I'll tell them now. Look at this; they're already just all over, just beating it out of each other.
Good job. Elkins now takes the back as they scoop up.
He's just in such phenomenal shape. The fact he could look how much damage he can create in one round, and he has not stopped scrambling.
People can get on, and I'm going to just pause it real quick. People can get on the UFC for whatever it is they're doing, but there's a reason why. You know what I mean? There's a reason why, they're still here. And even they almost called it a wrap. Like, think about all of that. Like, think about all of the different promotions that have dipped. The WEC is one that, like I said, if MMA truly was as big as everybody says it is, the WEC would have never they would have never merged. You know what I mean? Not that it wasn't a bad deal, but they would have never merged. But see, the problem is people see the size of the UFC, and that's where they make their boo-boo. They make their boo-boo because they're like, oh, that must be MMA. MMA must be massive. Because look at the UFC. No, what the UFC has done is absolutely kicked ass with the brand that they have created. And I say that 1,000 times. And people always, and I've been saying it from day one, do not match yourself. Don't try to be like the UFC. You know what I'm saying? MMA as a whole needs a big ass hug. MMA is still struggling. MMA needs a whole bunch of help. And I can prove that after one event to another event to another event. Like I said, WEC being one of them would have never closed. But see, the UFC has a badass following with an incredible amount of people. Does that make you see what I'm saying? So that's the one thing that if people want to see MMA itself, grow, then they have to be willing to support MMA. You see what I mean? But that's where they make mistakes like, you know what I mean? Uriah Faber will face UFC champion Hannah Barral. You look at the names and you think, wow, that might be something worth seeing. But I can imagine the amount of money they're paying because these people think, oh my gosh, I'm bringing in all these names. I'm bringing in all these fighters. I'm bringing in all these names. And I'm paying them each $200,000-$300,000, but we're going to make millions because they were part of the UFC. But then you find out once again, the same reason. A man named Bob with the 19 months love and appreciation. Don't kid yourself with the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Don't kid yourself with thinking, like you said, MMA is not UFC, but everybody thinks it. So anyways, my point is, and again, thank you, name of Bob with the 19 months. All subs on the Twitch side, go to support me and Snoo. But that's where a lot of people, they get ahead of themselves. You know what I mean? Like Faber and them, they're not fighting for pennies. They're not fighting for free. They're not fighting for, you know what I mean? And so that's my point. So you got to be careful. I'm hoping when you said about funding and stuff like that, I'm hoping. And that's usually why what happens is they'll usually get one fight off, and then you never see him again. I've been around too many times where it's like, hey, you're gonna have, if you're a new promotion, I'll be cashing my check about a month ahead of time. You're gonna be paying me about a month out. Because the sad part is a lot of people, what they do in the smaller shows is they do one that's even more fucked up, pardon my language. They plan on, oh no, I'm going to get a whole bunch of people buying tickets the day of, and most people then are like, now you can't even find the promoter. This shit used to happen back in the day. They were like, oh man, we're not getting the crowd we thought we were getting. You had people literally fighting for free because they didn't make any money. I'm telling you, man, I can tell you, man, I was back in the wild, wild west. I mean, where you didn't even have commissions, didn't even force you to have that money before you could even start the show. Fighters weren't getting paid. They were literally writing rubber checks. And then because you got penalized for cashing that thing, you ended up losing money. Anyways, I'm going to stop. But point is, so when you said that, that's the one thing that, that's up. Can we get Renato Laranja on the stream? That's UFC Mod 2 and AK Snoo. We can figure it out. But, you know what I mean? I can talk about time. Oh, man. But so that's what I was worried about when that first one, they get so hyped up. And you see what I mean? They're getting all these old names and they're paying. These guys aren't fighting for nickels. Anyway.
Nice job there from Peneda. Both of these guys. I cannot wait to see what this second round.
So hopefully they make, like I said, for the sake of MMA, I hope they make it through. I hope they make it happen. But I remember back in the day, the IFL and that team thing, that made it what? 2 shows? You know what I mean? Like I said, even where's Bellator? Where's, you know what I mean? Strikeforce, WEC. All these shows had good names in them. That's where people like the UFC, what they have done, that's what makes the UFC just so gangster. Damn, look at these two. But that's what makes the UFC so gangster, that they made it through all of this. And they've created a brand that's so, it's just incredible. You know what I mean?
Let him work. The speed up, Daniel?
Not worried about the cut.
Yeah, we're not worried about
swelling on the bottom. Not the.
What, Jens, you need a long-form rant podcast? Like when you discuss this? This is my podcast, hanging out with all of you. Y'all don't get mad, do you? Huh? Elite XC. Jens, this is exactly what you are saying. Reports indicate that GFL's budget is being stretched and some deals may be falling apart, potentially impacting their ability to maintain the planned schedule. You pretty much knew that one right off the bat. Start a lot, you know what I mean? You got to start small. This ain't Field of Dreams, man. Just because you build it don't mean they on their way.
All right, back and ready for round 2 action. Darren the Damage.
Think about how many badass fighters were in the WEC and they couldn't make it happen. But you know how many people love all of those fighters that were in the WEC? All the little guys? Like, think about how many were in the WEC. And then how much they were loved the minute they got into the UFC. It's insane.
He's wearing it, but not like Daniel Peneda. His right eye is swollen. He's dealing with a cut above his right eye, but the gash is really nasty above his left eye. But in true Daniel Peneda form.
I'm not ranting. I'm remembering. I'm just having a moment. I was telling a story. Nice
down
kid.
with a leg
but
kick.
I'll shut up now. But that's another reason why I'm always about, like I said, I'm in mad defense of the UFC and Dana and stuff like that, because it's not easy what these guys have done. And when they were losing a few million a show and they stuck with it, nobody was pissing and moaning then. Oh, you guys aren't, you know what I mean? You guys are making all this money like you should be. Nobody was saying shit when they were losing millions at a time and they were still paying us. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, they earned that shit. They were about to go out. That's, again, because it brings up that fight you just brought up 20 years ago. If that fight wouldn't have happened with that show, this would be nowhere. Like, imagine. They were done. That was the last that they were going to put any cash in the UFC. They were done. And Stephan Bonner and Forrest Griffin went out there and created history. They created a moment that changed everything. 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 You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Working the body as Peneda as they collide for an exchange.
It's just crazy to think that Peneda ended up on top, landing vicious elbows to the face of Darren Elkins. He's got a little cut on his left eyebrow. And Peneda's face is absolutely mangled. Oh, nice right hand there from Peneda.
All right, sorry, let's give these guys a fight. And rest in peace, Mr. Bonner. Rest in peace, my friend.
He may have won that first round.
Oh!
He got clipped with those by Peneda.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to see if he gets hit in that right eye again.
Darren, you gotta move your feet, baby. You can't
Watch out, 1-2 now. You trying to move the 1-2.
Keeping that left hook tight. Elkins lands.
And that's what he's going to have trouble seeing is that left hook.
Look at these two, and this is such an Elkins fight. You know what I mean? Yeah, Benny, I'm still all the time fasting. Yeah, this is such an Elkins fight. This is crazy.
Might be taking more damage to the right eye if it continues to swell shut.
Oh! Tried to hit him with a backhand. Look, give him a backhand. Ah!
Swings a back fist, and he's taken down because of it.
Yeah, if you give any kind of position, Elkins is going to go for a shot. So you got to be careful with how you turn your hips on Elkins.
UFC on VHS. Hey, we're about to go up. We'll be watching UFC
like
9 on Monday. Monday, we're going to interview Robbie Lawler. Talk to Robbie Lawler. 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. Robbie Lawler. We recap the fights of fighters who fought in Saturday's fights. Robbie Lawler. We'll have an interview with the Bob. And then we're going to be watching UFC 9.
But
Elkins we're going old school.
Now he's just a blanket like he does to everybody else.
And I think for Elkins, just start chipping away. Little shots. Doesn't have to be very much. Anytime you get to a position where you're going to have a free hand, just start chipping away on those eyebrows of Peneda.
Okay, this is action from the first round, and that is the elbow that opened up the... This is action from the first round, and that is the elbow that opened up the really big gash above the left eye, and out from the first round in the ground.
Ooh, the shots,
Yeah, it's got to be so hard for Peneda to see anything. Saw those.
Monaco, 2 shots in every can.
That combination of Elkins.
Final 2 minutes.
Yeah, hitting Elkins only makes him stronger. Yes. Cyphers. That's 100%. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is so his game right now. Look at that. They're both throwing hooks and stuff. This is so his game. Everybody's all busted up and bloody. And he's like, this is where I'm at. This is me.
See, that's where he wants to fight. And Peneda jumped guillotine again.
Man, and look how he swivels
Yo, Doc
his
Newby
feet
on the 13 months. Saturday gonna be crazy. It is. All subs go to support me and Snoo on the Twitch side. Love and appreciation.
Offensive jiu-jitsu.
Look at the damage.
Not a lot of
look at his arm.
Darren Elkins this way from their back. And this is stopping Elkins from bettering his position. That's what's so important about what Peneda's doing here. Now, he's not winning the fight on his back, but at least he's threatening, trying to create openings for himself. But again, Elkins
these are undercard fights, and we'll be back on Friday, 7 p.m. EST.
And now he's in.
Who do I got? Dude, I love that Diego Lopez. I do. But he's fighting my watch-along brother, Volkanovski, so you know I'm going to stay loyal to my watch-along. People that I've done watch-alongs with, a.k.a. Volkanovski. So that's it. But Diego is my dude. I like that guy.
The first round after eating an elbow to the face.
But yeah, everybody remember, kick.com/UFC, 7 p.m. EST on Friday.
Tired trying to submit him, and then after you miss the submission finish, now you're exhausted, and he starts pouring on the damage.
Like right now, this is perfect example, Dom. Big elbows from Elkins.
You see that elbow?
Pouring on the damage.
Like right now.
Boom.
This is perfect example, Dom.
Those are all
big
cutters.
elbows from Elkins.
He's like, go ahead, try to guillotine me, and I'll get out of it, and then you're going to be tired, and then I'm going to elbow you.
Now y'all got me wanting to do the blonde hair again. Got to go back to my slim shady ways.
Making sure Peneda doesn't get away. It's going to be one apiece, I think, going into
About
the
to
third.
be Marshall Mathers
Incredible
again.
fight. These last 2 fights have been amazing.
Oh, that would be a problem.
He has
Look at his raining elbows.
Third round coming up.
Look at that. Go 3 rounds with this guy. Look at all the ketchup all over the canvas. What? You know what I mean? I'm not growing another mullet, Crash and Burn. I like having my hair like this. Because wrestling season is like damn near all year round right now. The Robbie Lawler and UFC 9, pretty sweet. It is. It is. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Jay, it's on. It's on, not to mention recapping the fights of fighters who fought in Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Not to mention on Saturday, we got Mason Fowler. We've got
5 minutes, Daniel. 5 fucking minutes.
So we got B-Mac and Mason in as guest assistants.
Stop overloading. Don't overcommit. Just fucking
They'll come in about 2 fights before the main card starts. I'll be here for all of them.
You got 5 fucking minutes or not? Huh? You fucking dog or not? Let's go.
Like, yeah, I'm a dog. Look at my right eye's closed. I got 2 cuts on that one. My left eye's not, but I got cuts above it. Of course, look at it going. He wants a timeout. Look at my man at the table. Look at the table. There'd be that timeout right there.
Time.
What you do is wipe the back. What you do is wipe his chest.
UFC 308
make sure
coming
that
up
eye's
next
not
Saturday.
closed.
Special start time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Main event, Ilia Topuria. His first title defense as he looks to hold off the former champ and BMF belt holder, Max Blessed Holloway. UFC 308 next Saturday.
I like that. Some notable WEC fighters.
You can save $10.
Some notable WEC fighters. Jennifer Pulver, Uriah Faber, Jose Aldo, Benson Anderson, Dominic Cruz, Miguel Torres, Mike Brown, Donald Cerrone, Brian Bowles, Joseph Benavidez, Carlos Condit, Jamie Varner, Scott Smith, Anthony Pettis, Brian Stan, Chael Sonnen, and Gilbert Melendez. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. I just realized I got to be in the gym in 6.5 hours. Damn, Dutch.
Job from the
Dutch,
doctor.
3:16 a.m. here. Well, I love you and appreciate you for trying to stick it out as long as you do. Go get some sleep. We'll probably be, you know what I mean? We'll be back. Oh, yeah, you ran into a big one, too.
This is the deep end right here. This is where Peneda finds out.
Oh, just put it on surround sound. You can just listen to us.
From Elkins, who's not known for his striking, but listen.
Jab.
Peneda's face, he can't see these shots coming.
All right, Dutch, be good. Lift.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
He slipped
But
right
look
out
at Elkins just kicking off, scrambling. Can Peneda hold him there long enough to start to throw some of those elbows that we saw him land in that first round?
Peneda to the back now. He has threatened submissions a couple of different times in the fight. Elkins able to scramble out of that one.
Oh, drive.
Exhausting pace.
And then on top of that, you just add that swelling, the cuts that Peneda's dealing with. And a guy like Elkins who just, even though it seems like, oh, maybe he's getting tired too, and he just finds a way to keep on trucking.
Now, whether wearing his own or that of somebody else, Darren Elkins, no stranger to blood dripping down.
He's got a little bit of both going on here today.
Another shot from Elkins. He has been in dogged pursuit of a takedown in top position.
I mean, he just keeps shooting whether he's got it in the gas tank or not. He just keeps going.
I don't know why. I think Elkins should have stayed there. I don't know why he backed up there to the center of the octagon. He should have stayed on Peneda there.
I'll never tell Elkins what he should do.
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
He just does his thing.
He don't do it right, but he makes it work.
Yeah, he finds his way. Because right now, it's not pretty necessarily.
I like the king. I like the ring. The ring was fun. Cage was cool.
That's it. It's
I like the ring.
And Elkins takes you until you're so tired you can't hold your hands up. And then he sees if you want to keep fighting. And right now, Peneda's in this.
I like fighting on wall mats. I like fighting all kinds of stuff.
2 minutes and 30 seconds with as tired as these guys is. With as tired as they are, is an eternity. It's
fighting on grass. That was itchy.
That's when you glance at the clock accidentally and you go, oh my God, that's not what I was hoping to see. We were talking about that earlier. When you look at the clock, you're like, oh, clearly it's a minute left. 4:30.
You know who's not looking at the clock? Elkins.
Wrestling shoes. I always wore wrestling shoes in the beginning.
We're going to be able to see the clock. We know that. But there's...
I was on one hardwood floor. It was terrible. And it was like all peeling and stuff. I was like, man, your feet. Like, how are these things not full of, like, get like the little slivers and stuff? I'm like, this is crazy. Oh!
That's not questioned here.
Watch Darren rock back and fire that right. That's nasty.
First and third for
Elkins
Elkins in that exchange.
Yeah, that was actually really nice there from Darren Elkins. Slip and then rip right back with his own.
Oh, big kick. Oh, big kick.
Oh, he threw
another guillotine.
Nice modified guillotine there to defend Darren Elkins again. And he gets that hook in right there and just throws him over. I mean, it's such an annoying
Yeah, Chadwick, nobody. That's what I mean.
Get
This is such an Elkins fight. He loves it.
the legs side to side. That is guillotine defense 101. Just keep clearing the legs and they give up on the choke and then he grinded.
Bow back in high school and stuff, the sticker bushes. That was
trying
bad.
to get the hand control. And now that it's higher, it's hard for Peneda to get up. And back to work. The ground.
All right, Dutch, be real, be good, be real good. We'll talk to you later on.
Still painted red from some of those elbows.
I'll be back Friday on Kick, 7 p.m. EST.
Takedowns for Elkins and nearly 5 minutes of ground control time. Peneda's
What is next for lightweight? Well, I believe we have Makhachev and Topuria, yeah?
Like, is there another cut on Peneda?
Or no?
Or is that a string of hair? I can't tell across his forehead.
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Peneda knew he was walking into this style of fight. The whole time he was very well prepared for it.
Oh, and Pico is in the UFC, evidently. Yeah, there's another one.
Well, Peneda says even if it's fight of the night, I hate going the distance, but fight fans like seeing this one go 15. It was back and forth as long
what
as
up,
it
Swamp?
lasted.
Shout out to Pleasant Valley Wrestling, of course.
The damage
Oh, I'm wearing the hat.
Wearing it as they
PV
usually
Wrestling,
do.
what?
We'll come back and see how the judges saw
What up,
this
Doug?
one
How
with
you
the
doing?
official decision.
Oh, it's not confirmed. Wait, didn't? I'm just saying. That sounds but that is the talk. So that's kind of a lightweight-ish situation. I don't know like anybody else.
You notice.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the
Yo,
scorecards.
what up,
But
Philly?
first, fight fans, for the war inside the octagon. Show your appreciation, fight fans. All 3 judges see this fight 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision, Darren the Damage Elkins.
Look at him. He's like, yes, this is how I like it. Right here, straight into deep water. You know what I mean? Just a nightmare for everybody. Deep water. Yeah, my boy loves it. All right, now. Islam's waiting to see if JD, if he wins. Islam's moving up. Is that? What in the heck? All right, well, now, this is going to be the fight right here. This, man, I don't want to root against Jim Miller, but you know I'm rooting against Jim Miller because, well, it's Chase Hooper. But I will show Chase first out of respect because Jim is, well, he's old school. You know what I mean? He's old school. But let's pause day. And then we got wrestling on Saturday, too. I mean, Sunday. Sorry, wrestling on Sunday.
3. Tomorrow, Chase Hooper still just 25. Massive gap in height, 4 inches to reach advantage for Chase the Dream Hooper. All right, now for the particulars, back inside to Bruce Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the corner, a mixed martial artist.
If you're on Instagram, I post.
13 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 155 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Enumclaw, Washington.
Enumclaw.
The Dream now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 38 wins, 21 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of Johnsburg, Illinois, presenting the former Strikeforce lightweight champion, Clay the Carpenter Guida. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
The no-nonsense Keith Peterson is our referee. Vanessa Hansen, getting us started for round 1. You know, before Merab Dvalishvili and Colby Covington, the man who weaponized pace in the UFC was Clay Guida, still getting it done here at this stage of his life. Guida in green, Chase Hooper out of the southpaw stances in black. Nice left hook by Hooper.
What a difference in the striking of Chase. Right? Doesn't he just look like a different person? He looks like a striker now. I mean, his movement is excellent. His counters, the way he backs up, control of distance, completely different fighter.
Well, a lot of developmental time, right?
The kick though.
Guillotine. Yep. Chase, you gotta be careful. He's got a nasty ground game. Yeah. But his stand-up has really closed the distance on the ground game now.
Jiu-jitsu match between these two in 2023 went to Hooper. Guida got caught in a footlock. He's also looking to avenge his teammate Vyacheslav Borshov's loss to Chase Hooper back in May.
Look at that left hand,
man.
And so that's the problem for Clay in this fight, right? He cannot stay at range because Hooper's longer than him, and now Hooper knows how to strike. But if he gets too close and tries to wrestle, he's got to be very aware of the grapple.
I like that front kick Chase is throwing down the middle, followed by the straight left.
I think he's trying to encourage Clay to grab his leg. He's trying to make him grab his leg, right? You know that when you're fighting a wrestler like Guida, when you throw that kick, they try to grab your leg and take you down.
Elkins versus Julian.
Do that. Right. But he's so long. Like, look how he's tying him up here and trying to get behind him. He gets it.
Beautifully done by Chase Hooper.
Lots of time to work, too. 316.
He's got that 3/4 mount. Clay's gonna have one direction to go. Yep. I mean, this kid has improved so much. Look at how he keeps that leg split. He's giving, Clay has one out, and it's to go to give up his back. He cannot turn back into him. Oh, good job by Guida there.
Nicely done.
The physical maturation of Chase Hooper is marked. Another nice takedown for Hooper.
Sick.
Guida right back.
Chase Hooper is marked. Another nice takedown for Hooper. The physical maturation of Chase Hooper is marked. Another nice takedown for Hooper. And
Guida right back up to his feet with an uppercut.
Uppercut for Guida.
Guida goes for a guillotine.
I mean, his pace is high.
Very high, but he's got his back now.
Got his back now.
Chase has one hook, but good control. The way he's got his legs laced up.
Chase Hooper made his amateur debut a few weeks after his 17th birthday.
Armbar attempt.
Yeah, he's setting up some options back.
Oh, he's flowing. Right back up to the back control. He's tying up the arm again.
Yeah, there it is. Joe, you see that?
Yeah.
That was a beautiful transition.
Yeah, he's flowing so nicely.
We're back up. We're back up. In on a single. Right back down.
Look at this. Beautiful roll. Chase winds up
he held on to it. To the back. Look at it. To the back.
Beautiful that was.
Look at how fast he transitioned. That was sick.
Look at this. Beautiful roll. Chase winds up on top, control of the arm, back to the back again. Look how beautiful that was. The movement of getting that left hook over the back and controlling him again. Oh, Chase Hooper's all over him.
See how he put his heel at his hip every time he turns? He stops him. That's beautiful by Hooper, man.
The flow.
His arm.
He's got it. He got it.
The dream is alive and well. Chase Hooper's winning streak is now 4.
That was insane grappling.
Beautiful flow.
Oh my goodness. That was insane grappling by Chase Hooper.
Damn, the flow.
Striking. I mean, his striking has improved in leaps and bounds, and man, I mean, that is some really high-level submission game.
Looks like Guida dealing with some sort of right arm ailment.
Well, he had a tap, right?
Yep.
It looked like he tapped. As soon as he went back to his back, it was open.
Well, when you're a -12.
Look at that step through, hop. Look, he just hops and bang, drops Guida down. But Guida does a great job of covering. Hooper did, look at Hooper.
Try to step over. Give me that back. Give me that back.
Right? Watch this. Watch this here. They're yelling, let it go, let it go. He doesn't. Hooper somehow gets on his
boom, and then
back.
Takes the back. That was sick transition.
Hooper jumps to his back.
Sick transition.
Off of the scramble. Beats on him a little bit. The moment the arm presents itself, look at him. Watch, he kicks at his right heel at Clay's hip. See that?
Oh.
His right heel right there stops Clay from turning back into him, and he goes right to the arm bar. That was beautiful. Now, when Clay gets over the top here.
That right there, look, that's got to hurt the arm right there. Look at,
when he goes back,
then he flips
a
over.
The ref just did that dude.
Look at that.
He's got some sick grappling.
And hopefully no major injury in the elbow or shoulder region.
Dude,
and you see, look how it's sideways. He's pulling it sideways. The elbow's not down. It's pointing that way. He's ripping the side of the arm.
That's sick.
That hurt.
Grappling.
And hopefully no major injury in the elbow or shoulder region.
Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, Chase the Dream Hooper.
All right. I liked it. Now, his opponent, copy, it's pass day. This is happening.
ESPN2, Jim Miller and Jason Gonzalez. Jim Miller, 35 years old. Jason Gonzalez still on the right side of 30. Obvious discrepancy in height. Jason Gonzalez will have a
Gonzalez 6'2", so hey. So here he is against somebody with that 6'1", 6'2"-ish height. Oh, let's gander. Let us gander.
Right now for the introductions back inside to Bruce Buffer.
What, in terms of watch-along fighters, who has been on the most times?
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC
I'd have to get back to that.
Division.
There's been quite a few doubles.
Fighting out of the blue corner.
There's been
a striker, holding a professional record, 11 wins, 4 losses.
Man, we've been doing it so damn long. I'd have to ask AK. I would have to. I need a little time on that one.
Out of Rancho Cucamonga, California, Jason Nicoya Gonzalez.
I mean, even Steve-O, I believe, has been on twice. Or am I just making that up?
And now introducing his opponent.
I think it's probably Randy Brown,
a mixed martial artist.
Randy Brown, 3 or 4.
I think Rude Boy's been on like 4 or 5.
And then Yanez did a couple. I think
Hooker on like 3 times.
Hooker's been on 3. Volk's been on what, twice?
Record.
I think we only did the one with Volk.
Losses,
was it 1 or 2? I thought it was 2.
5 feet
we
8
did
inches tall.
2, I think, with Whitaker.
Yeah, 2. Okay, 2 with Whitaker.
Out of Sparta, New Jersey, Jim A10.
And then, honestly, to be honest with you, it's Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper easily.
Chase has the most with the live ones and stuff. When we go live and everything, Chase has been that's my right-hand dude. So, yeah, Chase has been the most.
Can't take it.
100%.
I can't take it. Jim Miller, 29 professional wins. 18 of those have come in the octagon, taking on Jason Gonzalez back for the first time since 2017. Jason Gonzalez out of the southpaw stance in black. The fellow southpaw Jim Miller is in gray.
Oh,
nice stick with the left hand by Miller early on.
And that's Miller's best punch. I mean, obviously, being a southpaw, right leg forward, meaning that's his best punch against a conventional fighter, and also against a southpaw.
Who's our silent friend here who AK Snoop?
But both these guys are just going to be swinging for the fences.
Well, for several years, Jim Miller was fighting with an undiagnosed case of Lyme disease. He feels like he's gotten to a pretty good place when it comes to the medication and the supplements, but it's something he's going to be dealing with forever, and he's dealing with Jason Gonzalez's length here early in this one.
And Gonzalez throws his punches and his kicks so hard. I mean, we saw that against Gregor Gillespie.
I like it. That's tight. Very cool.
Just chucked him with Gregor. I mean, this guy throws heat. When he throws, it's with everything he has, and he is very strong, and he has good takedown defense. So Miller is probably going to want.
I've had Boss twice. Boss has been twice. I swear, like one live and one.
This to the floor, where his biggest advantage is in the submission grappling.
Or not.
But Gonzalez is not going to make that easy.
We just did the one with.
We just did the one with Boss. Man, I swear it was two.
That was the year you got inducted into the Hall of Fame. We did it live in that studio.
We did the live. I remember the studio with Boss. I swear there was the other time we was doing it on TV and we were talking about.
Say about Miller here is you see how he ran his feet on that double leg.
Well, that might have been he wasn't live with me. He was wherever he was at, but I was live in Vegas.
You were at we were at Apex, at the Apex, I think.
Apex, yeah, but he was somewhere else.
That studio. He was somewhere else.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
that's what. Okay. See, I need help. I need help with my memory.
Miller's so dangerous. I mean, if you give him his back, he's hard to get off. And now Gonzalez is going to be carrying a mochila for the rest of this round, possibly. And that's tough to do. I mean, carrying this man on your back, trying to strengthen.
Well, I do remember the breathing device. I still use that daily.
There it is. It's in. It's
oh, look, we got it. We got a figure four around the belly. We got a tight choke. Damn this guy.
Possibly. And that's tough to do. I mean, carrying this man on your back, trying to strangle you. This is where Jim Miller always gets his finishes, right here. There it is. It's in. It's under the chin.
Don has done a lot of lives, too. Lives with the Fight Pass crew. We've done a lot when we go live.
Gonzalez wincing. Jim Miller trying to light up this Florida crowd.
Pearl's done, what, 2, 3? Yeah.
Gets it done in front of the kids. Wow.
I mean,
badass in front of the juniors. That's
kids
cool.
never even see a fight in their life, and now these kids are going to be watching their dad do it, so they know what they are capable of.
And immediately, Jim Miller.
Look, she's loving it. That is badass. Your kids, dude. That is tight.
He finds the family.
That is tight.
Daddy coming up large tonight. So Jim Miller.
It just dawned on me.
Second.
I think Adrian Yanez is probably still, like, even with as many as we've had with Rude Boy, even with as many as we've had with,
Yanez was kind of the go-to
I mean, because
guy.
we were with him every weekend for what, like a year and a half?
Because we also did the contenders and stuff.
Finishing the first round like that. Jim Miller.
So Yanez.
Yeah, I think Adrian.
Well, he still loves the preparation. He feels
He's
like
our
the
OG,
athleticism,
our OG.
which was compromised by the Lyme disease, is starting to return. Here's a look back at his handiwork.
I don't know. This grappling business is gonna be like, this could be a match. This could be a fight. You know what I mean? This could be a fight. Well, we'll find out.
That creates a lot of pressure on the ribs and the belly of Gonzalez. From here, he sinks under the chin. He's fighting the hands, gets it on the same side. You see Jim Miller's head next to the ear of Gonzalez. That makes it so much tighter. Those are perfect fundamentals by Jim Miller, and that's why he gets so many submissions.
So the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Jim Miller, with the whole family front and center, getting it done tonight. 16th career win by submission. Bruce Buffer now to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Larry Downs Jr. has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 12 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, Jim Miller.
That is tight.
To bring the family of 6'2" Nations on a huge win tonight, and I guess you picked the right one to bring the family of 6'2" with your 4 children here watching cage side. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know, I'm not sure how many more I got left in me, man. You know, it's been a long road up to this point. I know I got a few more. I'm hoping I can Cinderella man this stuff and put another run in. But I wanted to bring my kids here. Amelia, Wyatt, Cassidy, and Sawyer, I love you guys. I wanted them to experience you guys. I love you. You guys are amazing. You're amazing.
You made it look easy tonight, but this was a very serious challenger, one you took seriously. Obviously a long guy. You stayed committed to that first takedown. You got it, and the choke came shortly thereafter.
You know, I know what I'm good at. And over the last couple of years, it's been hard to train to fight to my strengths, and I'm finally getting a little bit of clarity in my mind and in my body that I'm able to get back to that, and that was the product. You know, I got to thank my coaches, Amr Abraham, my striking coach, and Brian McLaughlin, my grappling coach, and my brother Dan.
Can we give Dan Miller a shout out, please? Quickly, I know for fans who don't know, you've been dealing with an illness. You felt like during this training camp, the athlete started to come back. Did you feel like the athlete was back in here tonight a little bit?
Definitely, yeah. Over the last year or so, I finally feel my...
Most finishes in UFC flyweight history. Joe Lozon 12, Jim Miller 11, Donald Cerrone at 10 at that time.
Myself climbing out of that hole that Lyme disease put me in, and my green brothers and sisters out there, if you're dealing with this, this isn't my specialty, right? Like, I'm good at that fast burst. Dealing with Lyme disease is a marathon. Every single day is fight day. You need to get up every day and do something to win that fight. Keep it up. Keep up the fight, and you're going to overcome it.
A lot of wins in your career, but a big one tonight. Go enjoy it with the family. How about it, Jim A10 Miller?
I mean, it's hard not to, right? I mean, he's still Jim Miller, but that damn Chase, you know what I mean? It chased the dream. It Chase, you know? So, I mean, obviously I'm rolling with Chase, of course, but no disrespect at all to Jim. He's a legend. He's an incredible fighter, but that's my dude. Chase is literally damn near family. Damn near family. So, yeah. All right, now this fight right here, this one, well, shit. This might actually be bad. Damn. All right, Virna Jandiroba and Yan Xiaonan. This damn Virna, man, she can fight. And you see that Xiaonan, she gets after it.
She won in the headliner by TKO. Amanda Lemos, 1 year older than the 5th ranked contender Virna Jandiroba. Lemos 1 inch taller, 1 inch in reach. Ranked 2 spots higher, but a small betting underdog. Setting the table one final time tonight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Anthony, what easy money on the underdog side? Hey, you got to go with them underdogs that have opportunities.
Is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the
All right, be good. We'll say.
Commission. Chairman Dallas Hahn, Executive Director Jeff Mullins. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Mike Bell, Eric Cowan, and Saul Diamato. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Mark Smith. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC Strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 20 wins, 3 losses. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 115 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Feira de Santana, Bahia, Brazil. Presenting the number 5 ranked UFC strawweight contender in the world, Vida Carcara Jandiroba. And now, introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 14 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 116 pounds. Fighting out of Para, Brazil, presenting the number 3 ranked UFC strawweight contender in the world,
Amanda. 2 shots in every can.
All right, ladies, you got your instructions earlier. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Would you like to touch gloves? Good luck.
Well, this sport was built on a clash of styles in the different combat disciplines. That's what we have here when Virna Jandiroba brings her 13 submission wins to the headliner tonight against the power of Amanda Lemos. 8 wins by knockout for the former title challenger in white who wants to get back there. Touch of the gloves and underway, 5 possible rounds. Johnova is in green, Lemos in white. A fight favored to not go the distance.
Lemos giving a lot of stance changes here early. Looking to show Johnova a bunch of different looks, both offensively and defensively.
As long as, there it is, see? Look, Amanda, oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Vina jumped on that double leg. The moment Amanda went to that side, you know she was looking for her to be in that stance to try to shoot that double. But now she's in a guillotine and it looks tight. Man. She can't get her hands locked up.
No, and she only has one of the legs.
Yep.
I think Johnova is okay for now.
Vina's smart. She can't let her get her hands locked. She can't let her wrap with her left leg. I don't know how.
What? John Anna struggled with grappling? I know. In the past, you remember when Carlos Farsa controlled it? I know. I think she's going to be different, though. I think she's going to be different.
Yes.
Johnova poised on the ground, and now top half guard, 3.5 to go in round 1, and little resistance from Lemos on that takedown attempt.
Well, it looked like she tried to go to the guillotine right away. She should have did a better job of defending, because now she's on her back, and it's very early, and you do not want to be on your back against Vina early.
Especially when they're both dry right now. It's so much easier to set up your submissions, your passes, when nothing is slippery yet.
Laura, you spoke earlier about the top 5 of that division. It's Vina and Tatiana.
What? How is Patty slightly favored against Chandler? Because Patty's probably going to win.
It's very important for
Patty's probably going to get it done.
To have a good performance, because if she does, she could find herself in one of those right place, right time type of situations where she gets the title opportunity.
Especially if she gets past.
Oh, man, be good, Johnny D. Happy deal. Happy day. Happy day. Oh, happy day.
And she's going to take her time here. I mean, you watch her, it's like watching a python just sort of slowly suck the life out of their prey. She's not going to rush anything.
No. Oh, big Lemos. How about that?
Beautiful.
Oh, watch your balance, though. 2 shots in every can. Good roll through. But then she rolled through with you and says, give me that leg. Look at that. That was nasty.
Beautiful reversal by Lemos, but already.
Watch Johnova. Boom. I'll roll with you then. Boom. Let's transition. Give me that leg.
Johnova trying to stretch out. She's going to try to arch her back.
She's fine. She's fine. Lemos was kind of nodding to her corner. She's okay.
Johnova a little high. She needs to get that knee further down. Oh, now Lemos looking for a toe hold. I tell you what, guys, if jiu-jitsu is chess, leg locks are speed chess.
Because it happens so fast.
Yes.
You go from feeling okay to me like, oh my God, my ACL's gone.
You just go from offense to defense so quickly.
Wow, Johnova passing all the scrambling tests.
So, I mean, if you can knock him out, but he believes you can't knock him out, so.
And she showed that against Mackenzie Dern, right? I mean, she was on the bottom quite a bit, but while on the bottom, she was defending everything that Dern was throwing at her.
Right now, Johnova.
My boy Mike Davis. Mike Davis. About to be Corsair up in this house.
She got it to the grappling, and that's where it stayed.
Lemos here with this 2-on-1 grip. She's going to try to
Fast pace. What?
Scrape Johnova off on the fence.
That damage, that cut on the right eye for Johnova came from a short elbow from Lemos.
Look at Lemos doing a good job with that.
Anthony, what?
Now she's got to try to start to circle back.
Yo, what up, John Ray? How you doing?
To underhook.
What's up?
To get Janjanova off of her
We're just
back.
doing a quick watching undercard fights and fighters fighting in Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Friday, we'll be back on Kick, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC, watching main card fights and fighters fighting in Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Saturday, we'll have a watch-along. Mason Fowler and B-Mac, myself. And then, of course, Monday, where we recap the fights of fighters who fought in Saturday's fights, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. We're going to have a different interview. We're going to interview Robbie Lawler. The Bob is going to be on the stream on Monday. Interview. We'll recap the fights of fighters who fought. Yeah, only on Kick. Mondays and Fridays exclusively on Kick. And then we'll watch UFC 8.
You start touching her face.
Or 9, I mean. We'll be UFC 9.
Start getting that. Start
9.
Start hand-to-hand combat when she comes to you. Start moving.
Manchester, England welcomes the best welterweight in the world, Leon Edwards, defending his throne against top contender Bilal Muhammad, plus English superstars Tom Aspinall and
Huh, Jens, you had to do weight cuts? Was there any food you had to stay away from? Yeah, a shit ton of it. What you mean? Yeah, huh? Enough egg whites. Enough egg whites to piss anybody off. With like some chicken and a little scoop of rice. Tap.
Laura and I were talking and looking at Lemos and her style. She's going to be limited.
Lawler going to be on YouTube with me anytime. Nah, this will be on Monday Kick.
Nova's going to try to take her down.
You got to be on the Kick on, just come in on Monday. Monday, 7 p.m. EST. Huh? It's a great gig you got me. I appreciate it. Paid to watch awesome fights. Love to see it. Your watch songs are fun. Well, thank you, John Ray. I appreciate you. Did I have a dietitian? No. I had friends. I had friends.
In the meantime. Well, look at her right hand. She just keeps showing her the uppercut. Yep.
Oi, with the right leg.
The question seems to be not if, but when Janjanova attempts to shoot for the
Then later on, yeah, my wife would. She helped the bundle.
Please come take this single because I'm going to
But I was like, I'm just gonna go on this losing streak.
To gauge her
Because, well,
that's no wrestling trick where you step on her foot to plant your opponent's foot so they can't move. They made that illegal.
see, sticky rice. I can smell it upstairs. I know there's some Lao sausages up there too. I can smell the Lao sausage, and I know there's sticky rice.
Peneda did it. There it is. There's a shot, almost shot coming, and now using the fence as defense as well.
It's kind of weird the way that she shoots, though. She almost tackles you because she just wants you next to the octagon.
Hi, Jens. I got to speak to Tony. Oh, Tommy Hearn. Ooh, the Hitman on K9 on his channel once. I asked him about the Iran Barkley legend moment.
She literally tackled her legs, ran her feet all the way to the side of the octagon.
Is an icon to me. Yeah, the fight with Iran Barkley. Remember that name? That's crazy. The Hitman, dude. That's cool.
Amanda Lemos, because Vina's going to out-scramble her. This is where she wants to be, on the ground.
Janjanova. Good here. Give me that leg.
Amanda needs to go to her base defense. She doesn't need to start trying to wrestle a Kimura. She's got to try to get her foot to the mat. That left leg needs to start going down to the mat. Plant that foot down if you want to start defending. It cannot be floating in the air.
What's the best fighter that Patty beat? Like I said, for me, it's just his momentum. It's just the way that he just has that belief that he's just not losing. That's where I'm sold.
Not good, Fitzy.
Oh, it's like I'm not going to get hipped over. You're going over. Like I got all those legs. Look, you got all the legs. There it is. Ah, damn. Bobby Green was a pretty good win. Hey.
Right arm getting close to underneath the chin.
I just think Patty wills it. He wills it. I am not losing. I will will this win. You know what I mean? I will will this win.
She is so good at taking her time here. She'll dig her fist in around the jaw and hold on to the shoulder to allow herself time to let go of the left hand.
Oh, John Silver, Bryce Mitchell is low-key the most exciting fight besides Volk and Lopez. You had me there. You had me at hello on that one. You know what I mean? Yo, what up, fart sniffer? What? When did you start kick? A couple weeks ago, we started doing an exclusive kick contract where it was a Monday and a Friday. Monday and Friday, 7 p.m. EST. Kick.com/UFC. And then obviously we do the watch-alongs on Saturday. And then, of course, Wednesday is another one of those. And then we're going to develop a Tuesday, which get you guys back in there. We're doing like a the Contender Series and the Ultimate Fighter. Manny B, who you got, Bryce or Jean? Well, I'm gonna go with Bryce because Jean's such a damn little explosive youngster coming up. And I'm gonna go with Bryce just because I just want to see him just shock the world. Shock the world. You know what I mean? Oh, give me that armbar. That was nasty. Nasty. Look at her. Look at her. Boom. Oh.
And it's pretty tight.
She's gonna try to get out, but she can't. She had to tap. That was nasty.
Johnova just may have earned herself a UFC title fight on a second round.
Johnova does not kid around, man. She's bad.
Executed the ground.
I like Lemos. Lemos try to knock people unconscious.
She needed to avoid any grab.
Yeah, that was slick.
With submission attempts, and that was, I mean, just watch.
Boom, look at that.
But when you can succeed like that, when everybody else knows it's coming.
I mean, just watch this. The way that she transitions to this armbar from the back is a thing of beauty. Lemos thinks, oh, I'm out. I'm free. I've got this choking hand. And in that moment.
All right, Doug Ross, be real, be good, be real good.
Johnova able to find the angle, put her leg over, and just chase the elbow angle until she found the moment for Lemos to tap. I mean, the speed at which she transitioned into this armbar, just incredible. And it's not the first time that she's done it either. Future opponents need to pay attention when she's got your back. I mean, this is as nasty as it gets. Look at her.
Move. UFC Fight Night show. It's on ESPN Plus. On ESPN Plus. To make it official one final time this evening, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 48 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, Vina Karkara Johnova.
Johnova, Virna. Dude, I'm telling you now. But her opponent, I'm telling you. Copy. Paste. Her opponent, man.
To a championship setting. This Tell the Tape brought to you by V-Chain, the official blockchain of UFC. Andrade 31, Yan Xiaonan is 33. Xiaonan with about 3.5 inches in height, just 1 inch in reach for China's Yan Xiaonan.
Yeah, I'm doing the watch along. You know me, I'll be there for the very first fight for the watch along. And then B-Mac and Mason Fowler are going to be the guests on Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 16 wins, 3 losses, 1 no contest. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. Fighting out of Beijing, China, presenting the number 6 ranked UFC in the world.
You think that was an early stoppage? She tapped. What do you mean? You talking about the last fight where she actually tapped?
And now introducing her opponent, fighting out out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer. Only professional record, 24 wins, 10 losses. She stands.
I don't know what happened in this fight. It's my first time watching it right here. I don't have spoilers.
5 feet 1 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. Fighting out of Niterói, Rio de
We'll find out. We'll find out right here, Mariano. We'll find out right here. No, you're good. You're good. I know who wins. I just don't know how. That's my spoiler. Yeah, we got Faber. Oh, Gaethje. Jamal. All right, all right. Vitor Shaolin Hibiero.
Everybody's favorite.
See, that's Vitor Shaolin Hibiero right there. You know, the ones that everybody keeps talking about. We need to start having fighters be the referees. Fighters need to be the referees. There's a pretty damn good fighter that's a referee. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Huh? 6-minute long video. Doesn't mean I'm going to spoil it. I still don't know what happens in that 6 minutes.
Quick, he went up the rank as fast.
Thank you, Luciana. Featured bout at strawweight, and it's a big one. Number 4 versus number 6 in the world.
Are you ready? Let's fight.
Yan Xiaonan is in red. Andrade is in green. Here we go, folks.
Yan Xiaonan just shook off that hand touch.
Yeah, we ain't having all that hand touching. She wants to fight. And it was good to see Andrade go back down to 115, especially after the Blanchfield fight. That was the first time that it seemed as though she was just too small and she couldn't compete. But that also speaks to the talent that is Erin Blanchfield.
Oh.
Nice kick from Xiaonan. Andrade fought only 1 round in 2022, already her 3rd appearance of this new year.
Who's who's the Washington, another Washington guy? Who's that?
Fast. Poking at Andrade. Hit her with the kick, hit her with the jab to the body.
Oh! And she just looks so much more
fast. Poking at Andrade. Hit her with the kick, hit her with the jab to the body.
And she just looks so much more refined now than she has in the past.
Yep.
Well, after her loss to Carla Esparza 2 years ago, she moved to the U.S. She had been 6-0 going in, and now 2 years at Team Alpha Male, paying off richly.
She's a Team Alpha Male, thus handling that wrestling aspect, I would assume.
I like that jab to the body. Just switching up the target on that jab. She really does have Andrade confused right now.
Yeah, she looks very good on her feet. Great movement.
Andrade biting on that feint. UFC 288 brought to you by Crypto.com. Join over 80 million users on the world's leading crypto app. Download the Crypto.com app now.
Andrade's coming swinging. Wow, boy.
Andrade just swinging.
Haymakers your direction. It's terrifying.
She just explodes. When she feels like she set you up and she got you in a trap, she just goes. But Yan Xiaonan is teeing off on her.
Andrade trying to bruise her way inside and land that left hand. 2 minutes.
What up, Mando Ford? Who do you think is the best in comms for these fights? I don't know what you mean. Oh, these kicks, though. These kicks.
The speed. The speed.
Oh, look at that right hand. Who do you think the best commentators on it? I think they're all good. I like all of them. I'm a fan of all of them commentating. They crack me up. Look at that. Boom. Boom. And then you fall like that. Shaolin's already looking. Shaolin's already looking. Stop too soon? I don't know, but that's an actual fighter. Long-time fighter. Long-time fighter. And stop that one. Just saying. Get those fighters in there as referees. It'll be better. Well, there you go. There you go. No complaining. She pod. Pow! She pod. Bam!
I've seen Jessica Andrade do it to other people.
Yeah.
Nobody's done this to her.
The way she looked on her feet, so crisp and clean with her striking technique. Her feints were beautiful. And boy,
I like that one. Reminds me of how Stipe knocked out Verdum. There you go. Sliding back. Short shot. Pow to the face.
And the best way to do a loopy punch is to throw straight down the middle.
Let's
see it here.
Blocking.
Chin high up in there. Boom.
Big shot and momentum just changed. Momentum changed right
Puts
there.
a stop to it quickly. Wow. Look at this again. Backing up. Bam. Plants herself.
Boom. That right there. You don't hit your head that hard unless, and that's the right there. That's time to stop. That's a bad one.
Hammer fist. One more time. Boom. Over the top. Beautiful timing with that right hand, and also accentuated by the force of Jessica Andrade rushing at her.
I had no idea, HJ. No clue.
It's crazy.
No clue.
One referee Vitor here tonight to make it official. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Vitor Ribeiro has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 20 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Johnova.
There you go. There you go. I like it. All right, Jan. Right. All right, so last fight, Sean Woodson, Dan Ige. Let's go get us a Sean Woodson copy. Get us a Sean Woodson paste. Boom.
Shoot his shot at 145 pounds. He's a betting favorite of -150, 5 years older than the Mexican Padilla.
What up, Jay? Jen, Evan Pulver, and watch fights. I'm in, baby. Hey, well, we're towards the end of now. We've been here all day. But we'll be back. Remember, Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight.
Friday, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC exclusive.
There's 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting.
Then on all platforms for the watch along with guest assistants, I believe. Unless I'm saying that wrong and I'm off.
He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 145 and 1/2 pounds.
Fight Pass YouTube.
Out of Irvine,
Yeah, Jay, appreciate you.
by way of Chihuahua, Mexico.
Chihuahua.
Fernando El Valiente Padilla. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 2 and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 145 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Sean the Sniper Woodson. And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Andrew Glenn.
Andrew Glenn back in the octagon. You said, or you saw the hi mom message from Sean Woodson. His mom was trying like heck to not let him train in boxing when he was a kid. Woodson would not stop asking, and ultimately it was a doctor that said, you know, boxing's not too bad. We put on the headgear and all that stuff. So 8 years old, Sean Woodson got on the gloves, and he's still fighting all these years later.
And he's doing very well. As I said a moment ago, I really enjoy watching this guy fight. There's the first jab. Snap the head back up Padilla.
Yeah, Padilla swinging. Padilla swinging.
Until he fell over. A lot of pressure. Take away the reach, take away the range, take away the boxing ability. But just lost his footing and fell over.
Padilla might not mind being here. He's got 9 wins by submission. Definitely well versed in the grappling.
Absolutely. That's what I was just going to say, Brendan, that, you know, a lot of guys fall to their back. Oh, crap. You know, it's a real misfortune. But this This guy is slick everywhere when it comes to his
He
grappling.
said body like a praying mantis. He got range.
Yeah.
He got
In the
range.
Bravo system, they call that mission control. A second ago, he went in what's called crackhead control.
The names are so.
Yeah, the names are kind of crazy, kind of crackhead-ish.
Oh, you got it.
But Woodson's trying to pass here.
That shoulder, I can't see. Yeah, he's got the omoplata.
Kind of.
Oh, he's plotted.
But Woodson trying to.
He's plotted.
Slide that skinny arm out.
What up, Doge? Our boy Bryce is gonna win. Yeah, probably. He might. He might.
To get out. That's slip work there from Padilla. He loves his knees and elbows as well.
I don't know if I have or have not seen the heavyweight pictures.
Padilla's doing the right thing. Just use a lot of aggression. Go forward. Force Woodson to react. Put him on the back foot the whole time. Don't allow him to settle. And that's precisely what he's doing. Woodson right now is reacting to everything that Padilla's attacking him with.
And he's using his elbows in here close. That's where he wants to be fighting. Got to watch, though. But he's not letting Woodson settle.
Oh, look at him. He won't let him slide out. Won't let him slide away.
Snapping that jab.
Look at him. With the left hand, though. With the left. Oh, good right hand. Nice right hand. Snapped it out there.
And that slowed him down.
Good shot. Good shot. Oh, I like that left.
Padilla just marches forward.
Backing him right up to the fence, direct to the chin.
And Woodson's taking some big, deep breaths.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah, really sucking in a lot of air.
Padilla's guard, though, is a little low. Woodson just
They're
keeps
rocking.
cracking him.
You think so, though? You think Silva will get Bryce? Probably. Might. We'll see. We'll see.
No, he might be able to take it. You don't want to just sit at the end of these punches and let Woodson start getting his confidence going. He needs to attack the legs.
There you go. Long hand. Stick him at the end. Pop them gloves. Pop them gloves. Boom, boom, boom.
He's got skinny legs. You got to chop him.
What are you saying about his legs? The tree trunks.
They're baby tree trunks.
Yeah, listen, 6'2.5".
The fact that Woodson and Volk are both featherweights and those two different body types after having both been over 205 pounds. Dang,
It's
yeah.
probably only a matter of time.
Very true, very true.
155. And I kind of like to see that. However, here at 145, just wobbled Padilla.
Oh, kicked out the cap. Oh, damn, he fell awkward.
He didn't like that.
He fell awkward.
Again, facing another opponent.
And anytime you get a big reaction like that, watch for Woodson now to go back to the well.
Woodson's got great knees as well, being so tall.
He said Dawson from Street Fighter.
But again, facing
That's Gangster. Literally, that's their name, Gangster.
another opponent.
That's Gangster. I like it.
A little bit more difficult to land those.
Yeah, well, they both spoke about that being difficult.
What up, go, 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 go? Y'all from Russia with love. How you doing, go, go? You good, my friend?
And therefore, you fight a certain way. You know, when you're fighting a shorter guy, you know, you got to be careful that the overhand right's going to come over. But this is completely different. Both of them, the height advantage is pretty much.
Oh, good one, too.
So it's a unique situation for the boat.
Try to drop big old uppercut.
Well, after withstanding some early pressure, Woodson has just been on the money. Here comes Padilla now, showing a little aggression.
Oh, damn. Good shots.
Yeah,
Good shots.
His body language is not great right now, Padilla. I don't know if that leg is really hurt. He's stumbled and fallen from the clinch a couple times now in this round.
Well, Padilla came out and just pressured him early, just got right in his face, not allowing Woodson to
that left hand gets through again. Boom, the jab.
Adrenaline has worn off. And once Woodson's connected a few times, it's kind of slowed him down a bit and allowing Woodson to operate. However, Padilla.
Oh, shit. You see this combo? Damn. Watch this right uppercut.
However, Padilla.
Oh, damn. Then he blasted with the right hook. Good, man. Boom, boom, boom. Right hook. Boom.
Woodson sits him down and hands his way to victory in the final seconds of round one.
Unbelievable. And there's that boxing that I told you about. This man, 145 pounds, skinny legs or not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what? He made it through that.
My man, damn.
And as
soon as he started finding his range, and it looks like he's not even putting everything behind those shots, but he just snaps it. And look at this uppercut, followed by that left hook, and then he knows it. He knows when he goes over, he has urgency, goes in there, goes after him, and gets that ground and pound going, and gives Padilla no chance to recover. That's a beautiful, beautiful finish there from Woodson. That's exactly what he needed.
The shots,
the win streak that he's on now, he can get on the microphone with Bisping and call out somebody. He says he's got a name. We're going to find out soon enough, but just beautiful boxing.
Bounce, re-hook, left hand again. Oh, yeah, I like it, defense.
And again, he had some adversity, Brendan, early on in that. Wolves.
The winner.
Retirement. Here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andrew Glenn has called a stop to this contest.
Right afro, the one on the way down. The left hand.
Round. Declaring the winner by TKO.
More shots than in Monaco.
Sean, the Sniper Woodson.
Everyone's worst nightmare. What do we think, guys? Does he beat Dan Ige? I don't know. Well, here's an Ige fight. Here comes an Ige fight right here, though. We'll find out. We're going to copy. We're going to poste. Boom.
In the game, Dan Ige, 3 years younger than Damon Jackson out of Dallas, Texas. Jackson, sizable edge in height. He stands 4 inches taller at 5 feet 11 inches tall. The reach is the same at 71 inches. The betting line is close. Here to set the table for the co-mains, Joe Martinez.
But you see that 5'7", 71-inch reach? This is going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And now, fight fans, we are set to go our co-main event this evening. 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a grappler sitting 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in officially 145 and 1/2 pounds. His professional record stands at 22 victories, 4 defeats, 1 draw with 1 no contest. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas. Here is Damon Action.
What? Sean Woodson hasn't lost in 5 years, not since 2020 versus Julian Arosa when he got subbed. Oh, all right. Didn't Ige fight Lopez on like a one-day notice? That's what makes Ige a gangster.
At 5 feet 7 inches tall, he too weighed in 145 and 1/2 pounds. In 21 fights, his record stands at 15 victories with 6 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Haleiwa, Hawaii.
Jasper, what up, Jasper?
50K.
Did I change? No, this is on pay-per-views.
And your referee in charge.
On pay-per-view weeks, we always do a Wednesday undercard fights of fighters fighting.
The gloves before the action even starts from Jackson and Ige, and a nice tribute from Damon Jackson to his late
The other
brother,
weeks we don't do the
37 years old,
Wednesday.
Passed away in September. He fought that week, and he got a big victory over Pat Sabatini, and he adopted the nickname Action Jackson from his brother. That's what they called him. In
4 hour notice,
days.
not even a
Decided to
day.
keep it.
True.
And he's in
True.
the biggest fight of his career right now. Ige's in the black, covering up early. Action right away.
How heavy those right hands. He hooked the back of his head.
Power I
Boom.
was talking about
Boom.
Ige has in
Boom.
the pocket.
I mean.
You saw right when Damon got to the pocket, Ige just connected and dropped him.
Ige throwing power shots early.
He's like, yeah, he was just chilling on to go, hey, you got all your medicals, don't you? He's like, yeah.
In this fight, he's got to stop
You want to
these early
fight?
takedowns, and then you'll see him
Sure.
start making the strike.
And do like the main event against Diego Lopez? Yeah, why not? How much are you going to get paid? A lot. I'm in.
The impact when Dan Ige lands these punches.
I'm in. Let's do it.
You see the calmness. He knows he can't rush it. Goes to the body. There's that front kick that we saw Damon Jackson land with incredible impact in his last fight, catching Sabatini completely off guard in the beginning of the round.
We talked to Ige the other day. He seemed to have a really good understanding of what he thought Jackson would try to do and his roadmap to having success against
If Damon ever needs someone to play him in a film, Walton Goggins.
Ige's doing
Yo,
a really
what
good
up?
job not
What up,
following
Fried?
Jackson, but
Fried?
heading him off.
What's up, man? Hey, champ.
And then again, going
What's
to
the
the
shortest
body
notice fight you've ever taken?
Keys for him.
Well, I had an opponent change on me in 3 days, like when I flew there. So I had like 3 days to figure it out. I used to fight on the weekends in the beginning, I would fight. You want to fight? I'm like, yeah, I'll fight. Like Jeffrey Horn, like you fight out just whenever.
First 2 minutes. Oh, Jackson nearly timed a knee.
Shit, I was at a gym one time and my friend was fighting. I got mad and said, "Hey, I'll fight." And like, I want to fight your friend. He's like, "I want to fight you. Let's go."
Duck his head to look for big hooks, like you saw right there. But he gains onto it, he sees it, and by going to the body, he can limit a lot of those strikes from Jamin Jackson as well.
Matthew Maldonado. Oh, good left kick. Damn good left leg.
Jackson kept the guard up. The head kick caught the target. 2.5 to go, first round.
Huh? Did I study tape on opponents?
Against Damon Jackson, when you fight him,
No.
he lulls you to sleep because he's not striking a lot. And then you
I mean,
force
if I
something and then he creates
watch,
these
you know what I mean? If I watch,
opportunities.
it's just you're just looking for. I'm just looking for tendencies and stuff like that, but nothing. They're gonna fight differently. You're gonna fight differently every time, and I always looked at it. They're not fighting me, so who cares?
Space. You've had your hands. You're right here. No problem. Take time. Take time.
I think it was the
Yeah,
glove.
he wiped it.
It was
wasn't
the
a
glove.
push, but he did open his hand and wipe. So
Jason Herzog's attention.
He opened his hand and he wiped.
opened his hand and wiped away, right here.
Oh man, I don't see any.
That wipe.
There was no fingers. It was that wipe.
Right, but that's not.
It's not what it was, but it looks like it could have poked him. But it was the punches before that got Dame. But it was the
See.
trick.
Okay.
Now, right there, I mean, did it happen in there? I mean,
No, it did the trick.
Okay.
now right there. I mean, did it
No, he's
happen
grabbing the wrist.
there? I mean,
No, it happened
Hey,
on those
Jen,
uppercuts.
has there been anyone you wished you had fought but never had the chance? All kinds of people.
Right, so he gets
All
the go
kinds
from
of
the
reasons.
ringside
I had
physician,
all
but
kinds
the
of.
doctor says keep an eye on it if it gets.
I just wish I
worse than
showed
it is
up
right
more
now.
at the end of my career.
that's not great.
But I can't do
We're not
that
able to
because it's just
continue.
going to make me feel like shit.
No, but you got
So I just, it is what it
This
is.
is glove that did it, okay? All right. You, hey, I know it was an accident, right? Actually, inside of your
Adjustments I should have made but didn't.
Just keep your hands
So
closed.
I'm unclear on that though. If it's the inside of
Are
the
you good?
glove,
It's not
should
illegal.
action be halted for that? And I think that they should have resumed action right when they found out that it was the inside of the glove. Instead, Ige will just try to take.
And again, I don't think
Studying habits and drilling. Like, don't get me wrong. There were times there were certain fights where we watched a lot of tape. And then the coach would watch it, and he'd come in and go, I got this, we're going to work on this, we're going to work on this. And you just drill it over and 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 over.
Well, you got to think now they had 3 minutes of a fight and they got a 2-minute rest.
Right.
The end of this round is you don't get that in practice, where you stop 3 minutes into the round.
Yeah,
First round,
Harlem,
so it's a
it
weird
does. That's
feel
kind of,
that's gonna happen.
that's the only thing that
How
kind of
much
keeps
speed
me from not
goes into this
being,
first.
you know what I mean, a raging alcoholic. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? Oh. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
You know how the left eye is feeling as we resume action. It certainly didn't look 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, it was damage done by a punch.
Right.
I just don't think they saw those uppercuts, guys. I just, it's hard to see those.
WTF is real. What up, reality? How you doing? Look at you trying to stay in front of him. Let's get after it.
Ige stalking.
Oh, see, I already took that step and could have loaded up that hook.
Outside along the fence.
Oh, I threw the leg though instead. That's nice.
One of the most celebrated heavyweights in UFC history, ready to rock the Apex on February 4th. It's
Oh,
Derek
good right
Lewis
hand.
taking on Sergey Spivak.
Spivak!
Of the Road to UFC finale fights. The entire event is live and exclusive on ESPN Plus. Special late start time for the main card, 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. 30 seconds to go in the first round of this one.
Oi! Ow! Ow!
Oh, he gave some power shots.
Little shots. Ooh, try to rip a right hand to the belly hole if you could. Oh, left hand.
Wobbles Jackson.
7. What up? Oh, the Sewer Rat Gaming. What's up, Sewer Rat Gaming? How you doing? Ah, get off me with that takedown. I know this short time. I'm going to steal this round with that takedown. Very nice. Nice job, Ige. He's after it.
Collect yourself, son. Sit down and collect yourself. Give me 3 deep breaths. Get your mind right. It's nothing. Look at me. Look at me. Okay? You did a good job staying the fuck out of the way. Staying the fuck out of the way, but he's hunting you. You understand?
Yeah.
He's fucking hunting you.
What should I go for?
Okay? You got to start hitting him with a kick, hitting him with the right hand.
Oh, I got you, Bleach. Yeah, no, I mean, I do and I don't. If I think about it, I do, because I should have made, there should have been choices, but I made, I'm not going to say the wrong choice, I just made some choice.
When he hits you, you're punching.
Yo, what up, Kodasu? Chimu. Good morning from Japan, my friend. Who do you have winning, Chandler versus Pimlet? I'm going with the aura of Pimlet. I'm going with the, I don't know what it is. He's got this vibe. I'm not sure 100% what, but there's something about the baddie that I'm just rolling with. I'm rolling with it. He wants a prospect in his next fight. Chase is wanting prospects.
The UFC official UFC 283 weigh-in show. Join John Anik, Laura Sanko, Daniel Cormier, and
all right, Spaley, look at that. Pimlet by submission decision. That's it, though. I mean, what do you think, though? Chimu?
and UFC Fight Pass.
Damon Jackson's corner did exactly what he needed to, told him what he needed to do, that he'll get knocked out if he stays on the fence, and that his eye is fine. Keys to get in your fighter's head before you go into this next round, because that was a tough first round.
You think the matchup for Woodson is a bad matchup for Ige? I don't know, man. That's 50K Ige for a reason.
Like Safe said, you don't want to have a stand-up battle with him, but you've got to strike. You've got to lull him into thinking we're going to have a striking battle. But on the fence is never the place to do that against a more powerful puncher.
Well, I mean, you got to think in striking. The fighter that's on the ropes.
See how he floated in there and threw that left? Watch him float in here and load that left. It's kind of cool. Here it goes. Ready? Boom! How he loaded up that left. You see how he stepped that foot? Boom!
Well, I mean, you got to think
Bam!
the fighter that's on the ropes is usually losing.
He took his rear leg and put it up front to really get some torque. See how he did that and stepped off to the angle, squared up, damn near almost squared up. Boom, ripped that body shot.
Jackson 0 for 1.
Very nice, very nice.
Strategically landing one in the final 15 seconds of round 1 to kind of punctuate the round. He swings his way
Loads up a big uppercut.
The hand along the fence.
And this is where Jackson wants to fight. He just wants to stay there.
Is there a stat
in that
on who has the most fight
grab a hold of
the night? Oh, I'm sure there's stats.
Right here is
if Jim Miller is not right there, who would it be? If it's not Ige, who is it? Oh, who is it? Who has the most? Cowboy? I don't know.
Ige looking for a way in.
What? Ethan Hansen from Portland, Oregon. What's up, Ethan?
He's coming close with that. I mean, Ige's getting the guard up, but that head kick he's getting through.
Jackson's got such a tricky style because he moves side to side so much. Ooh, right on the
see?
Through. Jackson's got such a tricky style because he moves side to side so much.
Oh.
Ooh, right on the forehead. That cut him.
Oh, wow, big cut there. That drew a reaction from Jackson as he kind of shook his head off, and that one is.
What's that? Baby Sharp MMA. I need someone in Japan like Kodasu. I think it's a good match. I think Pimlet keeps his head high. Ooh, okay. I think Chandler makes bad decisions. All right, Chimu. I'm in. So you need to talk to, are you trying to, I really need someone in Japan. Well, you want a van? It's a 1993 Nissan limo. But man, I've been trying for a couple of months. Damn, all right.
Starting to stream a little bit.
Ooh, that one.
Yes, he can cover it, Dave. That's what I mean. He can cover this. Watch how he steps off to the side. Here he goes again. He'll do it again. Watch.
Side to side. He throws punches, knees, and kicks at weird angles, and that's why Ige can't just rush in.
And now that cut is dripping into the eye that's already bothering Damon Jackson.
Oi.
But again,
see right there how he does that with that step and then loads up the left?
And the toughness of Jackson cannot be in question. He's overcome adversity in his fights before. He can do it again. Yeah, clipped him with the four fingers again. Now split you right open.
I would say if
nice bruise too.
I would say if you're Ige, the
Poirier and Edson Barbosa each have 9. Each have 10.
The body of Damon Jackson. You dig for the head, he's going to keep moving. You go to the body.
Oh, well, hold on to this. Hold on to this. All right. Hold on. Total bonuses. Okay. Total bonuses. Charles Oliveira has 20. Donald Cerrone has 18. Nate Diaz has 16. Joe Lazone has 15. Jim Miller, 15. Dustin Poirier, 15. Anderson Silva, 14. Gaethje, 14. Max Holloway, 13. Edson Barbosa, 13.
He can't shoot.
Thank you, AK.
And he's easier target to hit.
Oh, little feint there as it looked like he was going to the body and he came up top with the left.
Level changes. He's going left kick.
UFC 30
Oh,
years
good
changing
kick.
the game since 1993. We're celebrating our
Since
groundbreaking
1993.
success and unrivaled history over the past 30 years. Learn more at UFC30.com. 90 seconds to go, round 2.
Nice combo there. Most of it on the gloves for Ige, but still.
Oh, he went for a big uppercut, though, didn't he?
Combos together.
He went for a big uppercut. Jackson did.
Nice combo there. Most of it on the gloves.
Oh,
for Ige, but still
that was a big one.
letting it go, putting combos together.
Yeah, that was easily the best combination for Jackson right
Oh,
there.
oh,
That was
oh.
a nice 1-2 kick
Oh.
and then a right hand following the kick.
That kick almost came up to the chin. Because that's the thing. Ige does like to dip in with that power. Loves to go to the body. But that head changes levels. Leaves himself open, especially for a taller fighter like Jackson.
Oh, bouncing around, Ige, get in there. Oh, watch out, the double underhooks. Though, he grabs the head. You know, man. Holy shit, and just like that, though. Just like that. He walked off. He walked off.
Back 50K EK with the walk-off left hook. Do not doubt this man. What a statement he made tonight.
We see here a nice back step. Left.
Boom, look at that. Oh.
There it is. See here a nice
Step back, plants on the right. Boom, throws the belly just to load up that left. Bow.
There it is. You just slide back, wait for the man to rush in. Back step, keep the range. Fake the right, left hook. You see him just load that left hook by... Let's listen to that. Listen to the load.
Oh, his knees. You see his knees, though?
Ige
His
had
knees.
been waiting for a huge performance, and he gets one.
Hey, Ige.
Big Fight Night is brought to you
Aria.
by Jimmy John's,
International Fight Week. Jimmy John's.
the sandwich of sandwiches. Back inside the
Oh,
UFC
that's what I mean.
Advanced
Hip. He
Las
threw the right,
Vegas.
loaded that hip transfer. Was ridiculous.
Round number 2. Your winners and gentlemen, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 13 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by way of knockout, Dan 50K Ige!
Hey, 50K Ige. I like it. I like it. And that is it. And that is it. That is undercard fights of fighters fighting and Saturday's pay-per-view fights. Friday, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. We'll be watching main card fights of fighters fighting and Saturday's fights. Saturday, we have a watch-along. BMAC, Mason Fowler will be the guests. Monday, we'll recap the fights of fighters who fought. We're going to have an interview with Robbie Lawler, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC on Monday. Robbie Lawler, the Bob. And then we'll be watching UFC 9, the Detroit Dance. I'm going to punish all of us for that one. Maybe, maybe not. Either way. But But our time has come. Where did it go? It's always fast when you want it slow. We had some fun as you and I, but now I must wave bye-bye. We played some games. We sang a song. I'm sorry so sad you can't come along, but you can come back Friday, 7 p.m. EST, kick.com/UFC. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for your time. Man, y'all are badasses. I love you. I appreciate you. If you need me, at Jens Pulver on Instagram, get a hold of me. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love this stream. Y'all, man, I'm not kidding. I love you guys. Y'all be real. Y'all be good. Y'all be real good. I'll see you on Friday, all right? What the? Oh, I found it. No, I didn't.